Notes has passed. It's day 6 of the search for Nancy Guthrie, kidnapped over the weekend from her Tucson, Arizona home. Fox's Alicia Cunha is outside it.
Authorities in that news conference yesterday did not indicate that they are any closer to finding Nancy Guthrie. The FBI said that they are taking the ransom note sent to TMZ and local TV stations in Tucson seriously, that it came with 2 deadlines, one that passed yesterday at 5 p.m. and then a final one this Monday. The FBI says the note does not give them or the family a way to communicate with whoever sent it either. But it did reference the location of Nancy's Apple Watch and a damaged light.
The U.S. and Iran are holding talks today, indirectly brokered in Oman by the foreign minister of that country, with American Navy ships in the region following President Trump's threats to attack again during Iran's deadly crackdown on protests. Fox's Doug Luzader reports.
Now, Iran sees these talks as limited to the country's nuclear program that was already hit during last year's U.S. military strikes known as Midnight Hammer. The U.S., though, led by Mideast envoy Steve Witkoff, is pressing for more, going after Iran's missile program and its extensive network of proxy groups throughout the Middle East. And just yesterday, Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps seized 2 oil tankers in the Persian Gulf.
The U.S. military blew up another alleged drug boat.
U.S. Southern Command says the boat was engaged in narco-trafficking operations as it transited the Eastern Pacific. A video posted on social media shows the vessel moving through the water before exploding in flames. We're told 2 people died. That means 128 suspected drug traffickers have been killed since early September.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, we're heading for a high of 60. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 6:08. It's 39 in Neosho, 36 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Galena, 40 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. And on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. The Missouri House has passed its first bill of the year.
This Born Alive legislation could actually bring the death penalty to healthcare providers if they don't give, or at least attempt to give, life-saving care to a baby born after an abortion attempt. It also opens the door to lawsuits against anyone who assists in illegal medication abortions. Now, mind you, this same bill was also the first to clear either legislative chamber last year, but it never made it to the full Senate for a final vote. Keeping our finger on the pulse of Jefferson City, I'm Ty Albright for News Talk KZRG.
The wokest continent in history of the world. Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt grilled the CEO of Netflix. That is wokest content, excuse me. That grilling took place on Capitol Hill this week.
Forgive me if I'm a little concerned, not only as a parent, but also that somebody believes that we ought to have a wide variety of content options. The overwhelming majority of your stuff right now is overwhelmingly woke, and it's not reflective of what the American people want to see.
Schmidt says the streaming platform is pushing transgender themes on our children, and he wants it to stop.
Should non-Joplin residents be able to speak at Joplin City Council meetings? That question was raised by Councilman Ryan Jackson Monday night after an exchange he had with a woman from Carl Junction who is upset with how the city is treating homeless people.
I would like to see if we could have our city attorney kind of look and help us in the very near future have a work session to address citizens' request to address council. I'm kind of growing some ire of people wanting to come up and make very slanted and negative comments to the council, to the community, who aren't even voting members of this community.
But others say that since Joplin is a regional hub, it's important to hear from all stakeholders who live nearby. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. It is 40, now 6:04, going on 6:05. News Talk KZRG.
As libraries across the country continue to adapt to changing community needs, the Joplin Public Library continuing to stand out by expanding far beyond traditional books into a true one-stop hub for learning, creativity, entertainment, and everyday practical support, all accessible for free or at a very low cost with a library card if you're not a Joplin resident. Public Relations and Marketing Assistant Lori Crockett with the Joplin Public Library joined News Talk KZRG to talk about their library of things.
We've got entertainment. Like I said, we've got puzzles and games and things like that. And then we have hobby items, like if you're wanting to try a new hobby, but you don't want to invest the money in really expensive things. Like we have a digital camera and lenses. We have a bird watching kit. So many cool things. We have a KitchenAid mixer.
Missouri is considering shifting schoolwork back to paper and scrapping screen time. Jeff Manasso has the story.
A Missouri House committee considering a hands-on learning restoration act that would limit screen time for students from kindergarten to 5th grade to 45 minutes per day, addressing growing frustration among parents and educators when it comes to the role technology is playing in classrooms. State Rep Republican Tricia Burns calling it a crisis.
The hard truth is Generation Z is demonstrably less healthy, less happy, less cognitively developed than their parents were at the same age.
Missouri Democrats also favor using paper for schoolwork and doing away with most computer, phone, and tablet time in schools.
Now, the bill would also force school districts to apply instruction in cursive handwriting, something that Ted could go and take.
It's true.
Yeah, you haven't learned how to read or write cursive, have you?
No.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NFL action, LA Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford was named the NFL MVP. New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel was named the NFL Coach of the Year. In D2 basketball, the MSSU women's basketball team beat Newman 72-51. The MSSU men also earned a win over the Jets with a 93-75 victory. ESU basketball swept PSU with the women earning a 65-63 win and the Hornet men beating the Gorillas 81-78. In D2 baseball, PSU ran through Missouri St. Louis 25-1. In prep basketball, the Joplin girls beat Neosho 63-27. Republic beat the Webb City girls 50-43. The Carthage girls beat Parkview 56-20. The New Heights Christian boys beat Thomas Jefferson 67-54 in the Mercy Warrior Classic semifinals. And the McCauley boys beat Exeter 53-36. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk, KZRG.
Your news, a service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns, buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 6:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Lots of sunshine, lots of warm weather this weekend. 60 the high today, 56 tomorrow, 66 Sunday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Millwood Company. Give yourself peace of mind as you prepare for harsh winter weather with an annual maintenance program that protects your home. For your roofing needs, visit millwoodcojoplin.com.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 39 in Neosho, 36 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Baxter Springs, 40 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now, 6:09.
When a cleanup is too tough or sensitive, maybe dangerous or tragic, ASOS BioClean is who the professionals call. ASOS BioClean specializes in the toughest cleanups, from crime and trauma scenes to decomposition, hoarding, even infectious disease. They're certified in biorecovery and handle each case safely and discreetly. They also work with funeral directors, sheriff's departments, and coroner offices. And most homeowner insurance will cover the cost of house cleaning. Call ASOS BioClean today at 417-456-4236.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
Progressive Commercial knows truckers can expect the unexpected when driving, but a little heads up like this would still be nice.
Hey there, Big Rig. I'm driving the hatchback ahead of you. Heads up, at the next light, I'm going to stop right in the middle of both lanes, and you won't know if I'm taking a right or going straight. You know what? Me neither. Over.
Be ready for the unexpected and save on the protection you need with personalized discounts. Get a quote in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to terms and limits. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Hello, I'm Jeremy Morris from the Joplin Expo. The Joplin Home Show is back for a 2-day event. Join us February 7th and 8th at the new Joplin Expo. Enjoy free entry, plenty of free parking, and a free swag bag at the door, plus giveaways from our vendors. Homeowners can browse over 40,000 square feet of displays and demonstrations to find ideas, inspiration, and solutions for every room in the house. You'll meet local and regional contractors, builders, and home entertainment specialists face-to-face. You can ask questions and book projects on the spot. Plus, explore new categories like home audio, smart home technology, outdoor living, and even motorsports to complement your lifestyle. This is a fresh take on the classic Joplin Home Show you remember, updated, expanded, and designed to become an annual staple as we grow. It all happens inside our brand new, centrally located Joplin Expo, the largest in the area. Vendor applications are now being accepted, so reserve your booth today at joplinexpo.com. Don't miss the inaugural Joplin Home Show, February 7th and 8th at the Joplin Expo.
News, weather, politics. Live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
You still have not given up on the Michael Jackson thing.
No.
Jeez.
Steve started wearing one glove on his right hand. Of course, it's bedazzled. He did it as a look, a fashion statement, no doubt. And I've also noticed, and this is TMI, he started grubbing on his crotch a little more. Don't know what that's about, but it's all very Michael Jackson reminiscent. So in honor of that, every morning at 6:10, we've been playing a little Michael Jackson bumper.
What am I doing?
Oh, God, Steve, please. I'm not even going to describe the visual of what was just happened.
I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez. You're not Steve Scott. You're Mini Michael right now.
Oh, okay. Mini Michael. Well, Mini Michael says that it's going to be a great day today for the weather. It's going to be sunny with a high near 60 degrees, and winds are going to be out of the southwest, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. But they are going to become northerly later on this morning. So in other words, it's going to get a little bit on the chillier side compared to what it was earlier in the week and will be for the weekend. Mostly clear tonight, down to 28 for the low. Mostly sunny on Saturday with a high of 56. Then it's going to be sunny on Sunday, but all the way back up to 66 on Sunday. Oh, my goodness. We're not just flirting with it. We're going to be hitting 71 with mostly sunny on Monday. 67 on Tuesday with a chance of showers, no mention of baths, and mostly cloudy with a high of 57 on Wednesday, so it's going to cool down again. 56 mostly cloudy on Thursday of next week.
Mm-hmm. Hey, at 7:10 this morning, we're going to be joined live by Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burlison. We're going to be talking to him about the Clintons testifying in front of the House Oversight Committee in relation to, of course, one Jeffrey Epstein.
Do you think they're actually going to show up this time?
We'll see.
I don't know.
I feel like they will. I just think they're not going to say anything of value. But we'll see what EB has to say. Coming up at also at 7:10, we're going to be talking to Congressman Burlison about that little minibus package that was passed to stop the government from shutting down, or I guess to reopen it. Him and 20 other Republicans voted no, going against the president and Mike Johnson's wishes. Why is that? Well, Eric Burlison said there was a lot of swampy earmarks for funding that were all Democrat wins in it. We're going to be asking him about that and why the heck only he and 20 others noticed it. Did all the other Republicans, including Trump, not notice it? We're going to be getting.
It might have been a bill they didn't get a chance to read.
Maybe we'll figure out what the problem is. So we're going to be talking to Congressman Eric Burlison about that. If you have any questions for Missouri U.S. Congressman, feel free to text us at 417-782-1310. Coming up at 9, Chris Plant, Clay Travis, and Buck Sexton at 11. KZRG News Time 6:15. Well, we had this yesterday, but today is in fact the day. Today, passenger fares for the Sunshine Lamp Trolley in Joplin are free. Free. As free as a free bird, Steve.
Fabulous.
let the record show Steve did, in fact, snap his fingers in a Z formation while doing that. But yeah, this is in honor of the 1-year anniversary of the lamp trolley in Joplin coming back.
You know, the one thing, though, we had a story about the governor wanting to cut funding for the next year in the budget for public transport. I hope it doesn't include this.
I mean, I can't imagine it won't.
I know, but I'm just saying, I just hope it doesn't.
Yeah. It probably
but not
will.
today. Don't worry about it.
But not today.
It's free.
Today is free. Yeah,
It's free.
Steve, we're trying to pass on cheery news this morning, and here you are. Oh, what? Public transit is free today in honor of a birthday? Well, the government is probably going to cut the funding, and public transit's never going to work.
I was just trying to imitate Lucas.
Oh. Well, in that case, Steve, you nailed it.
I was a downer.
That was spot on impression. So anyway, yeah, Sunshine Lamp Trolley fees free in Joplin today, so that's pretty cool. Hey, here's something else local that's pretty, well, frankly, a little scary. After a months-long investigation into illegal drug activity in Vernon County, specifically Milo, Missouri, County Sheriff's Office, with the assistance of the Nevada Police Department and the Missouri Probation and Parole, executed 2 search warrants on Wednesday of this week, leading to 3 arrests. Now, Milo, Missouri, if you're not familiar, I wasn't, frankly. But basically, it's pretty north of the Joplin metro area. It's north of Pittsburgh. It's sort of like just west of Fort Scott, but obviously on the Missouri side of the state line. So that's kind of what we're talking about.
Just east of Fort Scott.
Excuse me. Thank you. Sorry, you're right. East of Fort Scott.
And it's also a town that's so big that if you're driving through it and you blink, you might miss it.
Mm-hmm. It's real tiny. But nonetheless, it only takes one crack house to spread a lot of crack in the community.
That's true, and I was just looking on News Talk KZRG at the photo of the 3 people that were arrested.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look happy at all. They've got a big frown on their face, all 3 of them.
Yeah, they were arrested on drug charges, and we're going to get into the details. Now, listen, we on this show, as everyone knows famously, very body-positive show. We've always said that. News Talk KZRG, the most body-positive show in the whole 4 states. That's been our tagline for eons now, right?
I'm trying to figure out where you're planning on heading to go with this.
All I'm saying is, if you go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on this article and look at their mugshots. All I'm going to say is, if you were to show me those mugshots and say, guess what crime they committed?
That could be a new game show.
I would guess
now.
I would guess drugs.
Okay.
That's all I'm going to say. Look at the mugshots, and you tell me that they were arrested for anything other than methamphetamine. That's all I'm going to say.
Okay.
Take a look at the mugshots yourself. Tell me where I'm wrong. But it looks like they were arrested for drugs.
Wonder what would happen if you put a coffee mug, a picture of a coffee mug in there. It'd be a mugshot.
You know, I should have just sat in silence and made you sit in this filth of that joke.
It would have been fun sitting in that joke.
But anyway, the Drug Task Force agents with Vernon County Sheriff Office, basically they did a little sting operation on these people. They were buying some drugs from them to confirm that they were in fact selling these drugs, and they were trying to figure out what their selling pattern was and all that, doing a little bit of investigating. They were doing this for apparently 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah, which was a little shocking to me because I was like, I mean, you only got to do it once, right? But I guess they needed to track where they were storing it and all that, and I don't know, develop a rapport.
Right. Plus, they had to find out they had one firearm as well, which could have caused problems.
Yeah, they got to do some reconnaissance there. So, for 2 months, resulting in the purchase of about 54.3 grams of some drug. Now, they didn't specify what drug it was. Again, I would like to refer you to newstalkkzrg.com. Check out the mugshots. I'm going to guess crazy out of left field, going out on a limb guess.
Mark this down, folks. It's now 6/19/30.
Probably meth.
Probably.
Looking at the photos. But anyway, as a result of this little operation, they did these search warrants on 2 locations. They ended up seizing about 175.5 grams of some drugs and a gun. Now, one location, that's what they seized total. One location got about 130.5 grams of this suspected narcotic, and the other one got about 45 grams of the suspected drug. And now these 3 individuals are charged with second-degree trafficking. So anyway, just that's the news for you. And again, I don't want to be like a fear peddler and be like, oh my God, don't let your kids go trick-or-treating because every single candy they get will have drugs in it. That's not my intention. I'm not trying to just scare you to drum up drama. This is something that we sincerely need to be aware of. I like to think that Southwest Missouri or Southeast Kansas or Northeast Oklahoma, I like to think that these are communities that you can leave the front door unlocked and that everyone here is here with under a good faith premise and nobody's trying to do drugs or commit crime. I like to think that, but the reality is that's not always the case, because here we have a small community, Milo, Missouri, where it's so small I have no doubt everybody knows everybody. I have no doubt it's neighbors helping neighbors. And we just got 3 people peddling drugs out of it, arrested, allegedly, innocent until proven guilty. But they were arrested for it at the very least, following a 2-month sting operation. So, just keep in mind, yes, we're not New York City. No, we're not San Francisco. But these problems do persist here.
And the moral of the story, don't sell drugs.
Don't sell drugs. Or at least don't get caught selling drugs.
That's true.
KZRG News Time, 621.
KZRG's Big 3 on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Iran seized 2 oil tankers in the Persian Gulf yesterday, claiming they were smuggling 1 million liters of illegal fuel. Iran claims the vessels were part of an organized fuel smuggling network operating illegally in the region for the past several months. Kind of sounds familiar.
Number 2.
Bill and Hillary Clinton are set to testify in front of the House Oversight Committee in relation to their relationship with Epstein. This comes after the powerful couple faced contempt of Congress charges for previously ignoring subpoenas demanding that they testify.
Number 1.
Joplin's new Momentum Bike Park is making international news as they were chosen as a location for the 2026 UCI Pump Track Qualifier. Other cities involved include Sydney, Australia, Valence, I hope I pronounced that correct, France, Sheffield, England, and I think I can pronounce this one, Joplin, Missouri.
Hey, did it, Steve? Check you out.
Wow.
You got Joplin. No, that last one I thought was going to be tough.
That was a tough one.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What are your thoughts on the Clintons testifying about Epstein? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. The Clintons may be testifying on Big E. What are your thoughts? Coming up, what's going on with your money? Chris Plant joining us at 9 on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a mild start to our morning. Sunshine, dry weather through the weekend.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
George is here. Tony.
Hey, George.
Tony said just yesterday you reported on an individual being sentenced to 2 life terms for killing a mother and unborn baby. It seems the doctors who perform abortion should be just as liable. Tony, that's a very interesting thought. Morning. Hey, I will say this also, Tony, to throw this little grenade into the conversation. It is kind of interesting that when there's like a car crash and a pregnant woman dies, the person that gets charged is charged for double homicide. So, in that case, the baby counts as a person. The unborn child counts as a person. But in any other case, it doesn't, for some reason. Hey, Sarisa. Jerry, good morning. What's going on, Jerry? Jerry Bear.
Good morning.
Anybody going to the Neosho Art Con this weekend? I'm thinking about going.
Anybody going to the Super Bowl on Sunday?
Yeah, I had an extra $15K laying around. Thought, why not?
It's actually in your old home stomping grounds.
I know.
Now, is it Santa Clara or is it San Jose that's holding it? Because I've heard conflicting interests.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to sports.
They claim it's San Francisco, but the park is supposedly located at the stadium.
You could look at. I'm going to do something really crazy. Ready for this?
Oh, it's called Googling it.
Where is the Super Bowl being held in 2026? Crazy idea. Santa Clara, California. Levi's Stadium. That's right by Great America, which is Great America is our version of Silver Dollar City.
Ah, Jason Krantz.
What's up, Jason?
Also known as Jay McRae, the former legend of his own mind in this building.
Oh. The legend in his own mind. It's Steve Scott.
That's how I used to introduce him right as he was getting ready to go on the air.
Oh, yeah? Hey,
yeah.
Doc, what's going on, man? I want to switch you guys over so you can hear what's going on with your money. Money.
Rodents too. Cold weather leaves mice looking for a warm home for the winter.
Not only are rodents destructive, but they also carry a number of viruses and diseases.
At Bug Away Pest Control, we can be quick as a cat to get rid of your rodent problem.
Remember, if you don't see our logo, it's a no-go. There's only one place where you can get Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee.
We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs and rodents away.
Customer satisfaction is our #1 goal at Bug Away Pest Control.
I'm Nicole Murray with Your Money Now. Amazon is following in the footsteps of fellow tech giant Microsoft, and not in a good way. Shares of the company plunged more than 11% after the retail giant reported fourth quarter earnings that missed expectations. The bigger jolt, however, came from Amazon's enormous capital expenditure projection, $200 billion. And more from the retail giant. Amazon CEO Andy Jassy told investors that he's confident the company will see a return on its massive investments in artificial intelligence. The company boosted its 2026 capital expenditures to $200 billion, with most of the spending going to data centers. Roblox has reported results for the fiscal fourth quarter that beat consensus estimates. Roblox's fourth quarter bookings increased 63% from a year ago, while the company reported $316 million in net loss for the quarter. Futures are slightly higher. Thursday, the Dow Industrials lost 592, the Nasdaq down 363, the S&P 500 down 84. That's Your Money Now.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
Hey, join me, Sean Hannity, every weekday, 2 to 5. It's all happening right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be a nice weekend, and starting it off with a pretty good day today. It's going to be sunny with a high near 60. Wind chill values as low as 32 early on. Winds out of the southwest becoming northerly later on this morning, gusting as high as 25 miles per hour. Now tonight, mostly clear, down to 28 for the overnight low. But tomorrow we bounce back a little bit. It's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 56. Sunday, it's going to bounce back even more. Sunny with a high near 66. Monday, mostly sunny. Great day to eat spaghetti with Garfield. It's going to be a high near 71. Turn your mic on.
Garfield doesn't eat spaghetti, Steve. He eats lasagna.
Lasagna.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Hey, coming up after the news in about 10 minutes here at around 6:40, Valentine's Day is coming up. Take note of it, Steve. Mrs. Steve is going to be expecting something big this year. But along with the scam that is Hallmark greeting cards, because obviously everyone knows that Valentine's Day was invented by the company Hallmark in order to sell greeting cards.
Well, they had to get their money somehow.
So aside from that scam, there's actual real scammers that sincerely do take advantage of Valentine's Day, and apparently they're pretty successful at it for Valentine's Day specifically, which is pretty wild. I never would have guessed that. So we have some details for you coming up next on some of these Valentine's Day scams you should be looking out for. On FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG.
At 6:30, I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. The search goes on. START treaty expires with Russia. U.S. meeting Iran today. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Heading for high near 60, your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 6:38. It's 37 in Neosho, 37 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Carl Junction, 40 in Joplin. FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, News Talk KZRG. Authorities say they still do not know who might have kidnapped the mother of Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. Chanley Painter has more.
The investigation now entering day 6 as Nancy Guthrie's family continues to plead for help. Her son Cameron posting this new video last night asking for the person or persons who sent a ransom note to contact them. That video comes after the first of 2 ransom deadlines passed yesterday. In a note sent to at least 3 media outlets that police are trying to verify, TMZ founder Harvey Levin, who received one of those ransom letters, says a second, more critical deadline is Monday. And in a press conference, the sheriff said authorities are operating from a position that Nancy Guthrie is still alive.
Authorities also say they believe Nancy Guthrie was kidnapped within a 40-minute window Saturday night and that they are working to get a video of a possible suspect. The FBI announced it was offering a $50,000 reward for any information.
A nuclear arms treaty between the United States and Russia expires.
For the first time in decades, there is no agreement capping the number of strategic nuclear weapons in American and Russian arsenals following the expiration this week of the New START treaty.
The president wants to have our nuclear experts work on a new, improved, and modernized treaty that can last long into the future, and that's what the United States will continue to discuss with the Russians.
White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt did not put a timeline on those talks or say if the previous treaty will be adhered to during negotiations. President Trump says he'd also like to see a non-proliferation agreement include China, warning that country is rapidly expanding its nuclear arsenal. At the White House, Jared Halpern, Fox News.
Talks between the U.S. and Iran kicking off in Oman today. Doug Luzader has more.
Now here's what Iran's foreign minister is saying in a post on X late last night. Iran enters diplomacy with open eyes and a steady memory of the past year. We engage in good faith and stand firm on our rights. Commitments need to be honored. Equal standing, mutual respect, and mutual interest are not rhetoric. They are a must and the pillars of a durable agreement. Now, Iran sees these talks as limited to the country's nuclear program. The U.S., though, led by Mideast envoy Steve Witkoff, is pressing for more, going after Iran's missile program and its extensive network of proxy groups throughout the Middle East.
40, it's now 6:33 News Talk, KZRG.
A lawsuit against an area school. And with the details is News Talk KZRG's Steve Smith.
A former Carl Junction School student is suing the Carl Junction School District and a former teacher because of stalking incidents that were not reported by school district employees. It all stems from alleged actions by former teacher Craig Smith, who is accused of stalking and sexually harassing the female student beginning when she was an elementary school student. Smith has been charged with stalking and possession of child porn. The victim is seeking damages and a jury trial. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Grilling the head of a major Soros-backed NGO, Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt had that opportunity this week as he pushes for justice against Somali fraudsters.
You use racism as an attempt to intimidate people to get your way. And it's not 2020 anymore. The American people are over it. So what you're going to find is, and it has nothing to do with race, we're going to prosecute because fraud was committed on a level that is so offensive to this country. Your words that don't mean anything aren't going to stop what's coming. And I want you to take that back to George Soros because justice is coming.
Schmidt says that if he had it his way, all Somali fraudsters would be denaturalized and sent back home. It's 40. It's now going on 6:35. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. News Talk KZRG.
Newton County now looking for a new coroner. This after Dale Owen resigned this week after nearly 2 decades in that position. Owen says his decision comes amid difficulties in working with some commissioners and his inability to hire additional help at a reasonable pay. He also cited the amount of work and the toll it's taken on his personal health. County leaders had received numerous complaints from mortuaries in the past several months.
Get ready for some social media posts that are truly out of this world.
NASA makes big use of social media, but often those posts are carefully constructed. Astronauts these days do have some internet connectivity, often used via computers already aboard the International Space Station, along with older still cameras and GoPros. But now NASA Chief Jared Isaacman posts on his X account that astronauts will now be allowed to bring the latest smartphones with them to space. The policy begins with the upcoming Crew 12 flight to the station, set to launch the earliest next Wednesday, and the upcoming Artemis II moon orbit mission possibly next month. Eben Brown, Fox News.
I just have one thought. I wonder how good the cell service is up there in the space station with the new smartphones. That'll be quite interesting to see. Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NFL action, LA Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford was named the NFL MVP. New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel was named the NFL Coach of the Year. In D2 basketball, the MSSU women's basketball team beat Newman 72-51. The MSSU men also earned a win over the Jets with a 93-75 victory. ESU basketball swept PSU with the women earning a 65-63 win and the Hornet men beating the Gorillas 81-78. In D2 baseball, PSU ran through Missouri St. Louis 25-1. In prep basketball, the Joplin girls beat Neosho 63-27. Republic beat the Webb City girls 50-43. The Carthage girls beat Parkview 56-20. The New Heights Christian boys beat Thomas Jefferson 67-54 in the Mercy Warrior Classic semifinals. And the McCauley boys beat Exeter 53-36. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk, KZRG.
Your news, the service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns is buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
And I'm Ted Bojorquez.
Next news, 7 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a mild start to our morning. Sunshine, dry weather through the weekend. Temperatures continue well above the norm through early next week. 60, the high today. Cooler tonight, upper 20s overnight. Tomorrow, still a very mild February day, 56. 66 Sunday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
No precipitation showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 37 in Neosho, 37 in Pittsburgh. It's 40 in Diamond, 40 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now, 6:39.
In 1884, Community Bank and Trust opened its doors with one mission: to serve the families and businesses in the four-state area. 139 years later, and we're still serving our communities with local banking that feels very different. Visiting Community Bank and Trust feels more like visiting your neighbor. We'll always say hi and welcome you in. We'll always ask you how you are because we care about the answer. And whatever you need help with, our people will always find a way to make it happen. Visit your local Community Bank and Trust branch today to see what we mean. Be sure to ask about our absolutely free checking, the account that gives you all the features you need for 0 monthly fees. No matter which account you choose, you'll also get a free gift card just for banking with us. Stop in today and make the switch to your local employee-owned bank. Community Bank and Trust, where trust is so important, it's in our name. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS number 580491.
Your truck and trailer doesn't get days off. They run when you run. Any weather, long miles, heavy loads, tight schedules. The road isn't kind either. It takes a toll with every mile. And when something goes down, everything stops. That's why Bennett's Truck and Trailer in Dinnerweg is here to keep your equipment ready for whatever the road throws at it. With over 50 years of experience on staff, they handle truck and trailer repairs, preventative maintenance, fabrication, and mobile service when you need it most. Whether you're running a single truck operation or managing an entire fleet, you deserve service you can trust. When you want unbeatable service and unmatched quality, that's the Bennett way. Your trucks and trailers have to be on the road, and proper maintenance is the best defense against downtime. So make sure you take care of them the Bennett way. Roll into their shop on Thunder Road in Dinnerweg or find them online at Bennett'sTruckTrailer.com. Bennett's Truck and Trailer. Maintenance done better the Bennett way.
What is your dream?
I want to live at the beach.
You give me strength to keep moving higher.
I want to own my own business.
I'll stand by you, cause you stand by me.
I want to sit in my own warm home on my own couch, wearing nothing but my tighty whities.
I'm alive. Oh.
Well, that seems achievable.
I wish it was. My house is always freezing.
Are you having a tough time staying comfortable in your own home? I'm Chris.
And I'm Zach. We're the window guys from Windows & More. Old, leaky windows can let a lot of cold air into your home.
Our American-made windows are Energy Star efficient and will pay for themselves with the savings you'll see on your energy costs.
Plus, all of our windows come with a lifetime warranty, and you can finally sit around in your underwear if you want to.
See our all-new, bigger showroom at 976 North Central City Road in Joplin, or find us online at windowsandmore.llc.
Never settle for less. The choice is clearly Windows and More.
Julie from Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store gets our gardens ready for spring.
Wintertime is the perfect time to go ahead and get your garden ready for spring. Get you some mushroom compost, garden soil, and work it into your garden, and then you'll be ready when the timing is right. You're going to want to start with onions and potatoes mid-March. We offer seed potatoes, onion plants, and onion sets. Think about broccoli, cabbage, cauliflower, some of your cold crops late March. And there's some seeds that you're going to want to purchase and get. Come on in and talk to us. We'll help you with the timing of your crops with different good tips to know. It's just a fun hobby to take on and so rewarding when you get those vegetables and taste the difference from store-bought. We will definitely be back in Joplin this spring at the Rock Yard at 8th and Schiffdecker. Really enjoy bringing our product over to the Joplin area.
Get 4 generations of gardening experience at Van Beesler Greenhouse and Feed Store, just east of Pittsburgh on Highway 126.
This is Buck Sexton. Join me and Clay Travis every weekday from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
6:43, Ted Bojorquez.
And Steve Scott.
It's going to be a nice day weather-wise today. 40 in Joplin, 37 in Pittsburgh, 32 in Miami, 37 in Neosho. Should be a nice day in general if you have the right attitude. Positivity is king.
It's not only going to be a nice day, it's going to be a nice weekend. We're going to have a great weekend for Switch. In fact, the sun is on the way up right now. Sunrise is coming up from the east. It's going to be sunny with the high near 60 today, down to 28 for the overnight low tonight, mostly clear. Reason why is we have a little bit of Arctic air coming through, which is just going to lower the temperature just a little bit. Now, tomorrow, instead of 60, it's going to be mostly sunny with a high of 56, so we're going to go down 4 degrees. On Sunday, sunny with a high near 66. Then on Monday, mostly sunny, 71. Then we're going to go down just a little bit on Tuesday. We have a chance of showers, mostly cloudy, with a high near 67. That's according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith, that we will be talking with her at about 7:25 this morning. So look forward to talking to her and finding out how long this nice warm weather is going to last.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, by the way, don't forget tomorrow. Today is Friday, February 6th. Tomorrow, Saturday, February 7th, the Neosho Arts Council presenting the annual Pop Culture Convention ArtCon. So it's being held from 10 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. It's a come and go as you please. It's being hosted at the Neosho Junior High School, and it's sort of like a mini Comic-Con is sort of the idea. Now, Sarah Serio of the Neosho Arts Council, she told News Talk KZRG that this year's event will have even more vendors and a lot of big names.
We have Chase Masterson, who is best known for her role as Lita on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Voice actor Clay Adams, who's worked on animated series like Yu-Gi-Oh! Plus, we have the creative team behind the comic book series The Beauty, which is being adapted into a new live-action series.
Yeah, so that's happening tomorrow. There will be food trucks. There's going to be vendors. I mean, just think Third Thursday. But if you have an interest in sort of the Comic-Con style of things, or, I mean, to be honest, if you have a kid or grandkid that's into that, this could be pretty cool. Like I said, come and go as you please from 10 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon at the Neosho Junior High School. There is a price for admission, which is $5, which isn't crazy.
That's not bad.
No, it's not insane. So anyway, details at newstalkkzrg.com. Steve Smith just posted a really solid story about it, so you can check that out. Well, Valentine's Day, just around the corner. And of all people, the FBI now reminding you to be aware of romance scams, which apparently are more successful than you might think. They have a bunch of different versions of it.
Would somebody really do that? I mean, love, the day of love.
I know. And, by the way, some of these scams are the long con. For instance, Mrs. Steve. She's playing you, Steve. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. It's the long con, pal. Just gonna say
it's not. Especially the way she had to take care of me after having my broken wrist. No, she's not in it for the long haul as a scam. Not her.
Are you sure?
I'm very sure.
All right. Now, the basics of these love scams during this time of the year, Valentine's Day, they're all pretty simple. They're all pretty much the same, which is trick the victim into think they're falling in love, and then instead they're falling for a scam. But they differ in terms of approach, and you should be aware of what some of the approaches are. Now, a few iterations. One is, for example, the basic romance scam, which is where scammers ask for money due to financial hardship. They develop an online relationship with you, typically, and, oh, no, my dog is sick, or, oh, shoot, my tire exploded on my way to work, and, you and I, we've been texting each other for 3 months now, and I can't get to work. How am I going to pay my bills?
Oh, no.
And then you volunteer and go, oh, I'll pay for your tires. What are they, $200 a pop? That's fine. I'll Venmo you.
Not a problem.
Yeah, that type of thing. That's sort of the simple romance scam. Now, there's also the money mule scam.
Money mule?
Money mule. This is where criminals recruit victims to becoming what is known as a money mule, where the victim is directed to receive funds in the form of cashier's check, money order, or a wire transfer. They then claim they're unable to receive the funds directly, so they ask you to redirect the funds for them. Now, in these scams, the victims risk losing money or may incur other expenses such as bank fees and penalties, or if it's actually illegal and the victim doesn't even know it, may even face prosecution.
Yeah, for money laundering.
Right, basically money laundering. Now, obviously, there is a big problem with this because basically it's getting scammed. Now, the target victims for things like this, there really isn't a pattern between gender versus demographic versus age versus environment. Anyone can fall for things like this. Really, the only commonality is lonely people.
Very,
just to
very
be honest.
true. And just be very careful what you're posting on social media because you can give somebody the idea that, hey, this would be an easy mark.
Right, exactly. If you're posting really sad boy stuff all the time, mostly
or sad
around
girl stuff.
Or sad girl stuff, mostly at around, 2 in the morning, 1 in the morning, stuff like that. Then typically that's a telltale sign. Now,
What time do you post, Ted?
Hey, don't go tracking my social
okay,
medias,
right.
my man. But in any case, one of the ways you can tell this is a scam, I'm sure you're thinking to yourself, no, it is love. No, I'm actually talking to a real human woman. She does love me. She told me it's so. The way you can tell is if you plan to meet up with this person in real life, or as the kids say, IRL. That stands for in real life. And this internet person of yours keeps finding all these excuses not to meet, typically last minute.
Well, especially they might say something to the effect of, I don't have the money to buy a plane ticket to come and see you, but if you'll send me the money for the plane ticket, I'll be there. And then you send them the money and, oh, I can't get the ticket in time, but I can't refund the money.
Yeah, I can't. Or, oh, I bought the plane ticket, but my grandma's sick. I have to stay behind and tend to her. Or, yes, I was totally planning on seeing you, but my boss is such a jerk and made me work this weekend, so now I can't come. If you're texting someone online through one of these dating apps or, I don't know, Christian Mingles or Farmers Mingles or whatever they are, and they do stuff like that, be wary. It could be a scam, especially if they start asking or hinting at financial hardships or asking for money.
Very, very true.
There's other forms of these love scams, the verification scam, where scammers ask the victim to take the conversation off, say, the dating app or the Farmers Only or whatever, onto a different site. Not just texting with phone numbers, but on a different site, under the pretense that it'll be more secure. They say, well, hey, download this other third-party app. Let's chat there. Hey, you got Kick?
We need to be more secure.
Yeah, hit me up on Kick, something like that.
Yeah.
They then will send the victim a verification link. Hey, here's the link. Click this. Download this app. We'll chat there. We'll get spicy in there. We'll get hot and heavy in there.
Yeah.
And then you click the link, and boop, now they have all your information. You just got scammed.
Yes.
So anyway, there's a bunch of other forms of scams and iterations that these scams can take place in, or rather take form in. But if you go to newstalkkzrg.com, click on this article, you can see all of them. It's actually a pretty extensive list. And again, according to not even just the Better Business Bureau, but the FBI themselves, those are the guys that know.
Oh, yeah.
They are warning America right now for these romance scams. And now more than ever, meeting women or meeting dudes online it's just gotten easier and easier and easier. There's so many different platforms to do it, which opens up so many opportunities for scammers to take advantage of. And they're taking advantage of, I would argue, one of the top 3 most vulnerable communities, and that is lonely and desperate people.
Yep.
Lonely and desperate people, they will click whatever link. They will check out whatever. They will talk to whatever hot babe that's allegedly flying in from Sweden that new in America, looking for a husband to honey up with, you know. That's the demo they're targeting. And those are the people that tend to, you know, get scammed pretty easily.
Very true.
Yeah. So apparently in 2024, really quick, I know we're up against the clock. In 2024, there were around 18,000 victims that reported more than $500 million in personal losses.
Yeah.
Just on these types of scams alone, not on all the scams in America, just the romance ones. That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money and a lot of scamming. And I actually think it was probably higher because I think a lot of it did not go reported.
Oh, I bet. Let me tell you something. Just being honest with you, if I got tricked by one of these, I would be too embarrassed to report it.
So that's why you've been embarrassed.
So that's where all Ted's money went and why we don't know about it. But I totally agree, Steve, is that I bet those numbers are very low. Because think of all the dudes or the girl or the ladies that fall for one of these scams while they're married or something. They can't report that.
No.
Their life would fall apart. By the way, adultery, not cool, everybody. Going to go out and say that. Cheating on your spouse, I'm anti. I think that's mean. But in any case, I totally agree. There's probably way more than that. Again, newstalkkzrg.com for details.
KZRG's Big 3 on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Iran seized 2 oil tankers in the Persian Gulf yesterday, claiming they were smuggling 1 million liters of illegal fuel. Iran claims that the vessels were part of an organized fuel smuggling network operating illegally in the region for the past several months. That kind of sounds familiar.
Number 2.
Bill and Hillary are set to testify once again in front of the House Oversight Committee in relation to their relationship with Epstein. This comes after the powerful couple faced contempt of Congress charges for previously ignoring subpoenas demanding they testify.
Number 1.
Joplin's new Momentum Bike Park making international news as they were chosen as the location for the 2026 UCI Pump Track Qualifier. Other cities involved include Sydney, Australia, Valence, France, Sheffield, England. And this one's kind of hard to pronounce.
This is a tough one, Steve. I'm sorry. It was rude of me, but please give it your best shot.
I believe it's pronounced Joplin, Missouri.
I think it's Joplin. Isn't it Joplin?
No, it's Joplin.
No, you sure? It's not like
I'm sure.
It's not like Job from the Bible?
No, it's Joplin.
All right.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What are your thoughts on the Clintons testifying about Epstein? Do you think it's going to happen? Will it materialize? Will there be any value in it? We want to know your thinking. Leave us an open mic message. Totally free to do so on the KZRG app. Coming up, what's going on with Sean Hannity's Morning Minute? You can tune in to Sean every single weekday starting at 2 live on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a mild start to our morning. Sunshine, dry weather through the weekend. Temperatures continue well above the norm through early next week. 60, the high today. Cooler tonight, upper 20s overnight. Tomorrow, still a very mild February day, 56. 66 Sunday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
My name is Brandy. I am the lead assistant for Team Dental of Joplin, and this is Hadley. She is one of my favorite patients here at Team Dental of Joplin. Hadley, what do you want to be when you grow up?
The answer to that question is a dentist.
What made you decide you want to be a dentist?
Just seeing how they work and how nice and fun it is. They always are introducing new staff members to me and telling them all about how I want to be a dentist when I grow up and how Dr. Loomis is super funny. They like the Chiefs, so probably if you like the Chiefs, you should probably go there.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Gotta take care of the library tomorrow. Yeah, library's dope. Didn't realize there was an art con tomorrow. Yep, happening tomorrow. Good morning. My biggest question, I saw that news, Avery, about Roblox. Very interesting. Very interesting, for sure. Hey, Suzanne. Good morning. Farmers Mingles. Yeah, what is it? It's Farmers Only and Christian Mingle. That's what I meant to say.
Okay, news is ready.
Your morning espresso starts right here.
We'll switch you over to hear what's going on with Sean.
The only thing you have to do if you're listening to this program, and I'll say this every day, and some people will write, Hannity repeats himself. Yep, by design. Because if I say it once, not all of you are going to hear it or remember it. The only thing you have to commit yourself to, your heart, mind, and soul, is voting in this midterm. So our country can continue to progress with common sense. It's really that basic and simple. If everybody that voted for Donald Trump will show up for the midterms and not be lazy, then the great progress we're making as a country, domestically and on the world stage, will continue. It's that simple.
The Sean Hannity Show from coast to coast later today.
Crime rates, sadly, are increasing this time of year with more hours of darkness. Now, you don't have to worry about becoming a crime statistic if you prepare and train for your personal safety and protection for you and your loved ones. Look, if you have not already made personal safety and your plan for 2026, now is the time to look at Sig Sauer, the brand our military trusts, the brand I trust. They have a 270-year history of precision, craftsmanship, quality, reliability. And the Sig Sauer P365, it's the most popular, it's the best-selling concealed carry pistol on the market today. I carry one every day. Just go to sigsauer.com/Hannity. You'll get a dealer list where you live and where you can try one out for yourself. And I can tell you firsthand, the P365, it's comfortable, it's easy to carry, easy to shoot. It's an amazing firearm. Take control of your personal and family safety for 2026. Go to sigsauer.com/Hannity for a discount offer for you, my listeners, and then find the dealer near you.
Hey, it's Mark Levin with The Mark Levin Show. Be sure to tune in every weekday from 5 to 8 on FM 102.9, 105.9, and AM 1310. News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Just before 7, 40 in Joplin, 36 in Pittsburgh, 32 in Miami, 37 in Neosho. Coming up after the news in about 10 minutes here. We're going to be joined live by Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson. We're going to be talking to him about the Clintons preparing to testify in front of Congress about Jeffrey Epstein, along with some swampiness going on in D.C. Good morning.
The Four States News, Talk, and Severe Weather Station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Marketing. It's 7 o'clock.
Another Guthrie family video. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. This one from Nancy's son, Cameron, to whoever kidnapped his 84-year-old mother over the weekend in Arizona.
We need a way to communicate with you so that we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom. We want to talk to you, and we are waiting for contact.
As the FBI takes seriously the ransom notes sent to TV outlets.
The FBI confirmed there were 2 deadlines in the ransom note. The first one passed at 5 p.m. yesterday. That came with specific demands. If not met, a second deadline kicks in for this Monday. Agents are back out, going door to door in both Nancy's neighborhood and that of her daughter, Annie.
Fox's Alicia Cunha outside the Guthrie home in Tucson. No person of interest has yet been named. Death and destruction at a Shiite mosque in Pakistan bombed during Friday prayers, killing at least 31 people, more than 100 others wounded. A Russian general's been attacked.
Officials say Lieutenant General Vladimir Alexeyev was shot several times by an unidentified assailant. He's a deputy chief of Russian military intelligence. The attack took place at a residential building in Russia's capital, Moscow. Alexeyev is now being treated in the hospital. Several top Russian military officers have been assassinated in attacks that Moscow blames on Ukraine.
That's Fox's Jonathan Savage. The U.S. and Iran are talking today indirectly in Oman. Negotiators brokered by the foreign minister there following President Trump's threats to attack Iran again last year as he pushes Iran to scale back its nuclear and missile programs. Trump RX is up and running, unveiled last night by the president, touting deals he made with drug makers to let people buy from them directly.
We will pay equal to whatever the lowest price anywhere in the world. That's the price that you're going to be paying.
That's Fox's Kristen Goodwin.
The site launches with over 40 medications, including asthma inhalers, fertility, and weight loss drugs. Folks can search for the drug name to find the manufacturer that is offering discounts, then either buy on the drug maker's site or use a coupon.
America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Heading for high of 60, your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 7:08. Sun is on the rise, 37 in Neosho, 36 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Miami. It's 40 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG. The Missouri House passing its first bill this year.
This Born Alive legislation could actually bring the death penalty to healthcare providers if they don't give, or at least attempt to give, life-saving care to a baby born after an abortion attempt. It also opens the door to lawsuits against anyone who assists in illegal medication abortions. Now, mind you, this same bill was also the first to clear either legislative chamber last year, but it never made it to the full Senate for a final vote. Keeping our finger on the pulse of Jefferson City, I'm Ty Albright for News Talk KZRG.
The wokest content in the history of the world. Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt grilled the CEO of Netflix this week on Capitol Hill.
Forgive me if I'm a little concerned, not only as a parent, but also that somebody believes that we ought to have a wide variety of content options. The overwhelming majority of your stuff right now is overwhelmingly woke, and it's not reflective of what the American people want to see.
Schmidt says the streaming platform is pushing transgender themes on our children, and he wants it stopped.
Should non-Joplin residents be able to speak at Joplin City Council meetings? That question was raised by Councilman Ryan Jackson on Monday night after an exchange that he had with a woman from Carl Junction who was upset with how the city is treating homeless people.
I would like to see if we could have our city attorney kind of look and help us in the very near future have a work session to address citizens' request to address council. I'm kind of growing some ire of people wanting to come up and make very slanted and negative comments to the council, to the community, who aren't even voting members of this community.
But others say that since Joplin is a regional hub, it's important to hear from all of the stakeholders who live nearby. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sun is on the rise. It's 40. It's 7:04. News Talk KZRG.
The Neosho Arts Council will present the annual Pop Culture Convention ArtCon from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. On February 7th at Neosho Junior High School. Sarah Cirio, the Neosho Arts Council, says this year's event will have more vendors and a bigger guest list.
We have Chase Masterson, who is best known for her role as Lita on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Voice actor Clay Adams, who's worked on animated series like Yu-Gi-Oh! Plus, we have the creative team behind the comic book series The Beauty, which is being adapted into a new live-action series.
There'll be food trucks, too. Admission is only $5, and once again, that's tomorrow from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Missouri considering shifting schoolwork back to paper and scrapping screen time. Jeff Manasso has more.
A Missouri House committee considering a hands-on learning restoration act that would limit screen time for students from kindergarten to 5th grade to 45 minutes per day, addressing growing frustration among parents and educators when it comes to the role technology is playing in classrooms. State Rep Republican Tricia Burns calling it a crisis.
The hard truth is Generation Z is demonstrably less healthy, less happy, less cognitively developed than their parents were at the same age.
Missouri Democrats also favor using paper for schoolwork and doing away with most computer, phone, and tablet time in schools.
Now, the bill would also force school districts to apply instruction on how to both read and write cursive handwriting, something that Ted needs to learn. Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NFL action, LA Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford was named the NFL MVP. New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel was named the NFL Coach of the Year. In D2 basketball, the MSSU women's basketball team beat Newman 72-51. The MSSU men also earned a win over the Jets with a 93-75 victory. ESU basketball swept PSU with the women earning a 65-63 win and the Hornet men beating the Gorillas 81-78. In D2 baseball, PSU ran through Missouri St. Louis 25-1. In prep basketball, the Joplin girls beat Neosho 63-27. Republic beat the Webb City girls 50-43. The Carthage girls beat Parkview 56-20. The New Heights Christian boys beat Thomas Jefferson 67-54 in the Mercy Warrior Classic semifinals. And the McCauley boys beat Exeter 53-36. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk, KZRG.
Your news, the service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash? Liberty Tree Guns, buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 7:30. Breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Lots of sunshine, lots of warm weather this weekend. 60 the high today, 56 tomorrow, 66 Sunday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Millwood Company. Give yourself peace of mind as you prepare for harsh winter weather with an annual maintenance program that protects your home. For your roofing needs, visit millwoodcojoplin.com.
Clean sweep this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 37 in Neosho, 36 in Pittsburgh. It's 40 in Columbus, 40 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:08.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
From
Progressive Commercial knows truckers can expect the unexpected when driving, but a little heads up like this would still be nice.
Hey there, big rig. I'm driving the hatchback ahead of you. Heads up, at the next light, I'm going to stop right in the middle of both lanes, and you won't know if I'm taking a right or going straight. You know what? Me neither. Over.
Be ready for the unexpected and save on the protection you need with personalized discounts. Get a quote in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to terms and limits. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
When your pet feels her best, you can see it. In every wag, every stretch, every happy moment. They truly are my best friends. And that's why I really want to make sure I'm doing everything I can to keep them healthy and happy.
At Pinnacle Vet Clinic in Neosho, grooming is more than a beauty routine. It's an important part of keeping your pet healthy, inside and out. Regular grooming helps maintain healthy skin and coat, keeps ears clean, and nails neatly trimmed. Little details like that make a big difference in your pet's comfort and well-being. And you can trust the same Pinnacle Vet Clinic team for your regular vet visits and grooming, which makes it easier on you and your dog. They take the time to make each grooming visit relaxing and safe, so every pet feels cared for and comfortable. Help your pets thrive with a grooming appointment with Pinnacle Vet Clinic. Find them online at pinnaclevetclinic.com or on Facebook. When you want the best for your pets, go to Pinnacle Vet Clinic on Hammer Road in Neosho.
Radio infotainment live from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio. You're listening to News Talk KZRG. Depend on it. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7:10. That's the KZRG news time. 40 in Joplin, 39 in Pittsburgh, 37 in Neosho, 36 in Miami. Ted Pahorkas.
Steve Scott.
Lucas Davis.
Joining us live this morning is Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson. Congressman, thanks for being here today.
Good morning.
Congressman, I wanted to talk to you this morning about the big news, the Clintons. It looks like they're finally agreeing to a deposition with the House Oversight Committee, which, of course, you sit on. What are you expecting to see out of this?
You know, this is a good win for the victims of Jeffrey Epstein. Imagine you're a young girl who is going through, that process. You're being victimized by this horrible man, and then you see that he is, he brings in Bill Clinton to his house. You see him, hobnobbing with all these rich and powerful people. When the president of the United States is friends with the guy that's victimizing you, it's a chilling effect. And that's what these victims, that's what they testified. And so we need to get to the bottom of the extent of that relationship and to understand exactly, how many times when Bill Clinton was flying on the plane, for example, the more than 24 times that he flew on the Lolita Express, how many times did he see a young girl on that plane? How many times did he see someone when he was traveling with Epstein across the country or across the world raising money for the Clinton Foundation? And so I think we need to get to the bottom of that. We also need to get an understanding of, from Hillary Clinton, she benefited from this Clinton Foundation that was created. And this was the brainchild of Jeffrey Epstein, who basically pitched it, created it, and then went around the country fundraising into this slush fund that the Clintons were able to live off of. And we need to know to what extent that relationship was with Hillary. We do know that even after Epstein was convicted, Hillary continued a relationship with Ghislaine Maxwell, who was, as we all know, was also an enabler and someone who was also victimizing young women. So we need to get these answers. This is not about trying to go after the Clintons. It's about really speaking truth to power and giving the victims of Jeffrey Epstein the opportunity to find out exactly what was going on.
Yeah. Now, Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson, a concern that I have, and I think a concern a lot of people have, is what happens if the Clintons show up and go, I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't recall that, and I plead the fifth. What if they do that for 2 hours straight? Is there any recourse from there?
Well, they can. I think that if at the end of the day, if that's what they're going to do, their reputations are shot. If they plead the fifth, that means that there's something that they are worried that they might be guilty of. And so, at the end of the day, what we do within oversight is ask questions and build a case and then refer that to the Department of Justice for an investigation, for a criminal investigation. So no matter what we do, anything that might benefit a criminal investigation by the Department of Justice would be helpful.
Yeah. Now, Congressman Burleson, is this going to be a public hearing?
This will all be made public.
But it won't be public live?
I believe actually it will be.
Nice.
I know that it will be filmed. I'm not whether it's live. I need to find that out because I know that that's kind of in the balance here. Mm-hmm. What the Clintons originally wanted was a private meeting in New York in Bill Clinton's home with just the chairman and the ranking member and no stenographer. So no notes, no deposition. Which is a ridiculous request. So now, because they pushed it off, they basically had to take the original request that the chairman had sent over, which is a standard subpoena request. So that means that we can record the conversation. We can take notes or have a stenographer document every word, and that's what we'll be doing. And the other thing is, because they're taking a standard request, it's going to be a full day long. They don't, they have to be able to sit and answer questions for an entire day.
Right. Now, Congressman Burleson, would you push for it to be a live and public hearing with the Clintons?
I don't really. I think that at the end of the day, we want the information to be made public so that everyone can watch this and listen to this deposition, whether it's immediately live or not. At the end of the day, everybody deserves to see this.
Mm-hmm. Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burleson on KZRG News Time 7:15. I want to talk to you about that minibus package that opened the government, kept it open. You and 20 other Republicans voted no on it, which obviously, kind of went against Trump and Mike Johnson. Why? Why did you guys do that?
Well, there were a lot of really bad earmarks in that package. A minibus is just a smaller version of an omnibus, which is where you take a bunch of spending, a bunch of pork, and you put it all into one big package. And the Democrats can bury in tons and tons of earmarks. And so, for example, there's just Fox News Digital just reported that even after passing this, the Trump administration is trying to figure out a way to walk back or withdraw or pull back the funding for millions and millions of dollars that went to different hospitals that perform gender affirming care. So there was for example, there's $4 million earmark that was in this bill just for two Democrats, Senators Patty Murray and Dick Durbin. You had 24 of these kind of earmarks. You had an earmark that went to an abortion clinic, and it wasn't just a regular abortion clinic. It's a clinic that does late-term abortions. There was $5 billion that went to do continue to do resettlement funds. In other words, we haven't learned our lesson from Somali people, so we're going to bring over some more people from around the world. So at the end of the day, there was a lot of reasons why I couldn't stomach what was in the bill. I'm glad that we kept the government open in that regard, but we shouldn't have to sell the farm and give the Democrats all these demands just to pass the bill. We should have stood firm and passed something that's a lot cleaner.
So, Congressman, did all the other Republicans not see those earmarks, or were you and the other 20 that voted no just the only ones with the guts to say, hey, I don't like this?
That's right. I mean, I think it's the latter. And so 2 weeks ago, we had the exact same language up with the same earmarks. I voted no. I think there was, about the same number of people who were voting no. And then when the bill goes over to the Democrats in the Senate, Republicans who had voted for it had been told, if you vote for these earmarks that you don't want to vote for, the Senate Democrats will accept this bill. and obviously they didn't accept it. So I got phone calls from some of my colleagues who voted for the bill, who were expressing regret and for having egg on their face for voting for these bad earmarks. But once they've made that vote, it's hard to turn back on a vote that you've already made before, if that makes sense. So they'd already voted for it when it came back around as an altered version, and the only change that came back from the Senate was to reduce the appropriations for Homeland Security from the full year appropriation to a 2-week continuing resolution. So we actually got a worse deal, and that's why I had no problem voting no.
Congressman, when these bills get passed and these voters see Republicans pushing these through, these earmarks that they didn't want, obviously when President Trump was voted for, it was part of his campaign that we don't want this type of spending done. Do you feel that hurts Republicans come midterm?
I do. I think that when we don't demonstrate a willingness to fight, then we discourage our base and the people that ultimately came out to support us to get in the majority to begin with. I think we have to demonstrate, that we have a few months left here in this year before the midterm elections, and the typical thing that Republican and the Washington thing to do is to just coast into that and not to do anything controversial or difficult. And I think that that's the exact wrong thing to do. I think that the American people, our party, your listeners, they want us to actually fight all the way to the end and try to take it as much of an opportunity as we can with the majorities that we have. Because who knows, we may not have that same majority after the midterm elections. But at least if we can do what we can with what we've got right now, we'll do right by the American people.
Where do you feel the biggest push for Republicans should be leading up to the midterms?
I'd say on two topics. One is fixing the elections. We're going to be bringing up the Save America Act next week. I think we need to force the Senate to actually do a real standing filibuster where they actually have to talk, and that will force Democrats to kind of come to the table. This is a very popular thing. I mean, some of the polling, even on CNN, was indicating that how favorable voter ID is. In the mid 80s, people are saying supporting voter ID, and that's Republicans and Democrats. You've got the other thing that needs to be done is we need to make it so that if somebody's registering to vote, they have to be a U.S. citizen. You have to demonstrate they're a real citizen. If somebody is going to be counted in the census, we need to make sure that only the people that are U.S. citizens are the ones that are being counted. What's happened is we've had 20-something seats shift from red states to blue states because the blue states are sanctuary city states, and they've got all of these illegal immigrants in their towns. So that pads their numbers when they count the census, which gives them more congressional representation. And we know that if we stop doing that practice, we could shift back to the red states a good 20 seats in Congress.
Wow.
The other thing we need to work on is healthcare. We owe it to the American people to reform healthcare and make it affordable, actually truly affordable, by bringing back choice, bringing back patient transparency, so you know the quality of your doctor and the price. You should know that before having to make a decision. We should end this practice of hospitals. You go in for one event and you get 20 bills in the mail, all spread out over a 6-month period. You have no idea whatsoever what the real cost of anything is. That practice needs to end, and I think we can do that by turning the system back over to a free market, the way that every other business operates.
Yeah. Congressman, we only have about 30 seconds here, but the SAVE Act, I know that you're a supporter of it. Very briefly, walk us through it and why you like it.
So the Save America Act is Chip Roy's bill, and this is the bill that ensures voter ID and the citizenship requirement. So it makes sure that you are a citizen to register to vote. I think that we'll also be putting on that some language, making it so that on the census, as I said, that you have to be a U.S. citizen to be counted for the census. So, and then I think that what we'll also be looking at is what Trump wants to add to that language is to make it so that mail-in voting can only be done by people in the military and people who have, maybe an illness or are on vacation. So, going back to the way, like, for example, Missouri, that's the way our vote by mail has worked for the longest time. That's the way that it should work around the country. We need to stop this fraud that's happening in these states where they use vote by mail to jam the ballot boxes.
Yeah. It's Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burlison. Congressman, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
As to you, sir. That was Missouri U.S. Congressman Eric Burlison live here on News Talk KZRG. Coming up, a look at weekday weather with KZRG's meteorologist Terry Smith. Good morning.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a mild start to our morning. Sunshine, dry weather through the weekend. Temperatures continue well above the norm through early next week. 60, the high today. Cooler tonight, upper 20s overnight. Tomorrow, still a very mild February day, 56. 66 Sunday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
1 in 4 Americans have a disability. I'm one of them. I'm also a working mom who cares deeply about making sure every child with a disability thrives by getting their access needs met. We've got a trusted ally by our side. Easter Seals provides children and families the foundation for lifelong success through early learning programs, skills training, and prep for college and career. That's my Easter Seals. Make it yours. Join us at easterseals.com.
On the battlefield, there's a saying America's military men and women live by. Never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Off the battlefield, Wounded Warrior Project operates with the same goal. Wounded Warrior Project was created to help our men and women returning home with the scars of war, whether those scars are physical or mental. Wounded Warrior Project. We never leave a fallen warrior behind, ever. Learn more about what we do at woundedwarriorproject.org.
My wife says I'm pretty hard-headed. I'd say persistent. I try to stay loyal, but I got tired of getting the runaround when I'd order a dumpster for my jobs.
At Reliable Roll-Offs, they hear from people who are tired of false promises every day. Don't get burned again. If you're looking for a company to deliver on their word, Reliable Roll-Offs is ready to help. Get the right-sized roll-off for your job within 24 hours. Start on your free estimate at ReliableRolloffs.net. The best ability is reliability. Reliable Roll-Offs.
Hey, it's Chris Plant. Be sure to tune in to FM 102.9, AM 1310 every weekday from 9 to 11 for breaking news, commentary, and politics. News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
727, Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott,
Lucas Davis,
and Terry Smith, our KZRG meteorologist, joining us. Terry, yesterday we talked a little bit about this warmer weather that we're getting and experiencing for today and the weekend and even into next week. When should we start planting certain things in our gardens?
I'm going to let the gardening experts handle that, but I will tell you, as far as temperatures go, we typically will see the average date of our last frost or last freeze. Both of those are important. You know, plants don't like the frost on them, kind of like we don't like an ice bath on us, is usually sometime in mid to late April in that time frame. So if it's something that's temperature sensitive, I would hold off a little while, and certainly if the plants are a little more hardy, then maybe you can plant earlier than that.
Okay, now are we near normal temperatures right now, or are we actually going above it for the next few days and into next week?
We're nowhere near normal. I mean, like, these temperatures are at least 10 almost 20 degrees warmer than average. And the one thing I didn't look was to see if we're in record heat territory, but I kind of suspect we're not. Yesterday, we made it up to 62. We're going to be close to that again today, 60 today. Tomorrow's just briefly cooler, 56, and then Sunday warms up 66. And Monday and Tuesday, temperatures will be either side of 70 degrees, which just blows my mind because typically we don't get up to around 70 degrees until sometime in April.
So you mean to tell me that we're not just flirting with the 70s, we're going to just indulge them and grab them and hold them?
And keep them close and never let them go.
All right, so any precipitation in the forecast over the next few days?
Not through Monday. Tuesday's our next chance for some rain. A little bit of a question mark as to how much rain at this point. It's not looking like a widespread soaking, so we'll see how that pans out. But Tuesday would be our next chance to see some rain.
All right. KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith, thank you for joining us.
Hey, have a good weekend, you guys.
As to you, Terry. We'll talk to you again Monday. That was meteorologist Terry Smith with that local weather outlook for us here on News Talk KZRG. Hey, coming up after the news in about 10 minutes here at around 7:40, we are going to be getting into this story regarding some big news for the city of Joplin. I think we might actually have it in the newscast as well. Joplin getting some international recognition. So that's pretty sweet. That's coming up next on News Talk KZRG. Good morning.
At 7:30, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. The search goes on.
Woody Allen Epstein files.
Consulates in Greenland. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. We're heading for a high of 60. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 7:38. Sun is on the rise, 37 in Neosho, 37 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Galena, it's 40 in Joplin, FM 102.9, 105.9, AM 1310, and on your smart speaker, News Talk, KZRG. Officials revealed, as soon as I get the mouse to work there, officials revealed some new details Thursday about their search for the missing mother of the Today Show host Savannah Guthrie. Alicia Acuna reports for News Talk KZRG.
Authorities in that news conference yesterday did not indicate that they are any closer to finding Nancy Guthrie. The FBI said that they are taking the ransom note sent to TMZ and local TV stations in Tucson seriously, that it came with two deadlines, one that passed yesterday at 5 p.m. and then a final one this Monday. The FBI says the note does not give them or the family a way to communicate with whoever sent it either. But it did reference the location of Nancy's Apple Watch and a damaged light. Investigators spent more time going door to door in Annie Guthrie's neighborhood and have sent emails to Nancy Guthrie's neighbors asking for door cam footage.
Among the famous and powerful people showing up in the Jeffrey Epstein files released last week is film director Woody Allen.
Woody Allen's friendship with Jeffrey Epstein was known about, but its depth is revealed and the records now made public. The Associated Press reports the records show Epstein helped set up a White House tour for Allen and his wife Soon-Yi Previn in 2015, although Epstein was told he was too politically sensitive to join them. President Obama wasn't at the White House that day. Emails show Epstein, Allen, and Previn, neighbors in New York City, had dinner together often and commiserated about the men being accused, unfairly they said, of sexual misconduct. They dismissed public scolding about the taboo nature of Allen and Previn's relationship. She was his longtime girlfriend, Mia Farrow's adopted daughter, and Farrow accused Allen of molesting a daughter they adopted together. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Canada and France are among the countries that are opening consulates in Greenland, following President Trump's threats against the island.
Canada and France opening consulates on the Arctic island. That's a semi-autonomous territory of Denmark. The Canadian foreign minister says the consulate could help boost cooperation on issues like climate change and the rights of the Aboriginal Canadians, the Inuit, living there. France's foreign minister says he would take up his duties as consul general, making it the first European Union country to establish a consulate general in Greenland. Canada pledged to open an official office in Greenland in 2024 before the president's recent push for a takeover, but the formal ceremony was delayed from November due to bad weather. President Trump dropped his recent tariff threat to 8 European nations, saying a framework for a deal was reached with the help of the NATO Secretary General. CJ Papa, Fox News.
Sun is on the rise. It's 40. It's now 7:34. News Talk KZRG.
A lawsuit against an area school.
A former Carl Junction School student is suing the Carl Junction School District and a former teacher because of stalking incidents that were not reported by school district employees. It all stems from alleged actions by former teacher Craig Smith, who is accused of stalking and sexually harassing the female student beginning when she was an elementary school student. Smith has been charged with stalking and possession of child porn. The victim is seeking damages and a jury trial. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Grilling the head of a major Soros-backed NGO, Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt had that opportunity this week as he pushes for justice against Somali fraudsters.
You use racism as an attempt to intimidate people to get your way, and it's not 2020 anymore. The American people are over it. So what you're going to find is, and it has nothing to do with race, we're going to prosecute because fraud was committed on a level that is so offensive to this country. Your words that don't mean anything aren't going to stop what's coming. And I want you to take that back to George Soros because justice is coming.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sun is on the rise, 40. It's now 7:35. News Talk KZRG.
Newton County is looking for a new coroner after Dale Owen resigned this week after nearly 2 decades in that position. Owen says his decision comes amid difficulties in working with some commissioners and his inability to hire additional help at a reasonable pay. He also cited the amount of work and the toll it's taken on his personal health. County leaders had received numerous complaints from mortuaries in the past several months.
Get ready for some social media posts that are truly out of this world.
NASA makes big use of social media, but often those posts are carefully constructed. Astronauts these days do have some internet connectivity, often used via computers already aboard the International Space Station, along with older still cameras and GoPros. But now NASA Chief Jared Isaacman posts on his X account that astronauts will now be allowed to bring the latest smartphones with them to space. The policy begins with the upcoming Crew 12 flight to the station, set to launch the earliest next Wednesday, and the upcoming Artemis II moon orbit mission possibly next month. Eben Brown, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk KZRG.
In NFL action, LA Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford was named the NFL MVP. New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel was named the NFL Coach of the Year. In D2 basketball, the MSSU women's basketball team beat Newman 72-51. The MSSU men also earned a win over the Jets with a 93-75 victory. ESU basketball swept PSU with the women earning a 65-63 win and the Hornet men beating the Gorillas 81-78. In D2 baseball, PSU ran through Missouri St. Louis 25-1. In prep basketball, the Joplin girls beat Neosho 63-27. Republic beat the Webb City girls 50-43. The Carthage girls beat Parkview 56-20. The New Heights Christian boys beat Thomas Jefferson 67-54 in the Mercy Warrior Classic semifinals, and the McCauley boys beat Exeter 53-36. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash?
You better believe it.
Liberty Tree Guns, buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news, 8 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a mild start to our morning. Sunshine, dry weather through the weekend. Temperatures continue well above the norm through early next week. 60, the high today. Cooler tonight, upper 20s overnight. Tomorrow, still a very mild February day, 56. 66 Sunday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Clean sweep on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar this morning. It's 37 in Neosho, 37 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Webb City, 40 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time, 7:38.
3 blind mice turn to 30 blind mice. They eat all your food. They chew up your shoe. The cold makes them look for a warm place to hide. They won't go away no matter how hard you try. Come bug away to get them out of your lap. Now there's 60 blind mice. Now there's 90 blind mice.
Hey, it's Doug and Rory from Bug Away Pest Control. Of course, we spend a lot of time on bugs, but we can help get rid of rodents too.
Cold weather leaves mice looking for a warm home for the winter.
Not only are rodents destructive, but they also carry a number of viruses and diseases.
At Bug Away Pest Control, we can be quick as a cat to get rid of your rodent problem.
Remember, if you don't see our logo, it's a no-go. There's only one place where you can get Doug and Rory's pest-free guarantee.
We do exactly what we say. We keep the bugs and rodents away.
Customer satisfaction is our number one goal at Bug Away Pest Control. We buy guns, oh yes, we buy guns.
Good morning, everybody.
But it would probably be, it would surprise you at how good that movie is, I think.
Hey, girl, Chris.
Funny-wise, anyway.
Yeah, we were just talking, I was saying, I don't know which movie is funnier, Hot Fuzz or Shaun of the Dead. They're both very crass.
They're so good.
That's not your
Dude,
humor.
when he hits the guy in the jogging suit in Pete's car, and he's like, they stop to see if the guy's all right, and he's like, he's going to be dead either way, because that's not the point. And then you see, like, he's already a zombie. He's like, oh, thank God. And they just drive off.
I think literally the funniest, like, dry humor joke from Hot Fuzz that gets me every time is when they, it's towards the end of the movie when they, like, everything's going down, S has hit the fan, and then the police, they're all, like, going through that grocery store, and then there's those two, like, high school kids that work there. They start throwing, like, bread at them, and the cops go, get down! Boom, 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 boom! And, like, full live ammunition at these two high schoolers that are just throwing, like, apples and oranges at them.
Adolescents.
It's so funny, dude.
Hot Fuzz is so good.
So he says Shaun of the Dead is funnier only because she hasn't seen the other one. You should watch Hot Fuzz.
Great.
It's really good. Honestly, if you like Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz would challenge your love for Shaun of the Dead because Hot Fuzz is that good. But Shaun of the Dead is really good too. Shaun of the Dead has some pretty emotional moments, though.
Shaun of the Dead is probably my favorite. Yeah, when his mom dies.
Yeah. Well, that and even at the end.
When Pete. Yeah, but at the end it's happy though because he's got his buddy. They're still gaming.
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of, but it's kind of like a melancholic.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's like, well, I guess this is as good as it gets. It's kind of depressing.
Pete!
But hey, that's good. That's good media right there. That's a good movie.
I love it. Dude. That's pretty good. Well, who made you king of the zombies? Let's see what you can do.
Dude, this scene where like the first run-in with the zombies, and they're like, "Quick, throw a record at him!" And like, "No, don't throw that one. I love that." And they're literally going through his record
Batman
collection.
soundtrack. Throw it.
So, it's very dry British humor for sure.
But the best is when he pushes her and she falls down on the like the pole that's in the yard, and she comes back up and there's just a hole in her, and he like goes to wind the camera again to take another picture. Slaps it out of his hand. So awesome. Are they still out there? They're both right at the window trying to get in? Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? Have a sit down?
I gotta rewatch those. Dude, I'm in the middle, so I'm halfway through the Paranormal Activity series, and I'm halfway through the Alien series. I gotta just hunker down, pick one, and go through them.
Alien 2 is the peak of that.
Aliens?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just did, so I'm watching them in chronological order.
Game over, man!
I'm watching them in order of the
like when they took place?
Yeah, when they
not
took
when
place,
they came
not
out.
release
Right.
date, and I got up to the original Alien.
So what'd you do? Alien?
No, it's
or
Alien
Prometheus?
versus Predator. Alien
so you didn't even
versus
do the
Predator
Prometheus
2.
then?
I did Prometheus,
Oh, you did?
and then it's Alien.
Wait, they said Alien versus Predator having
And weather. It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
7:43 is the KZRG News Time. Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott.
Lucas Davis.
40 in Joplin, 39 in Pittsburgh, 39 in Neosho, 36 in the Peoria area. KZRG's meteorologist, Terry Smith, she joined us about, around 20 minutes ago, and she had some pretty good news for us, didn't she, Steve?
Yeah, today it's going to be sunny with a high near 60. A little bit cooler tomorrow. High of only 56 with mostly sunny because we'll have our winds to shift from the south or west to the north for a little while. Then they go back to the east, and then finally from the south on Saturday night, partly cloudy with the overnight low down to 41. Then on Sunday, sunny with the high of 66. Wow. Mostly sunny, 71 on Monday. On Tuesday, again, we're going to be near 70, 71. That's not bad. It's warming up. At least for now. We're a lot warmer than what it was for the normal time.
Hey, Ted, I'm going to be sick Monday.
Sick of what?
Look,
Sick of Ted.
Sick of Ted, exactly. Please, Steve, was that question even needed?
No.
We could have skipped it altogether. We all knew the answer.
It is going to be bad, though, if my stomach does mess up on Monday.
Lucas said, I'm feeling a stomach bug coming in 3 days in advance.
You're fired.
Yeah. Well, I was on the phone with one of my good friends from California the other day. And,
you have good friends?
I believe it or not, I know, contrary to popular belief, it is true. They made the claim that Missouri is a flyover state as a whole.
Good.
And
really?
Good. No, wrong.
No, I want that to be because then nobody will come here and we get to stay how we are.
You don't want the Californians
stay away.
moving here? Well, in any case, I have evidence to the contrary that Missouri is, in fact, not a flyover state. Joplin, Missouri, one of the premier cities in this great state, getting international recognition thanks to the new Momentum Bike Park that opened up technically last year in Joplin. It has been selected to host the 2026 UCI Pump Track Qualifier events, which is a big biking competition that is international.
Pretty cool.
It's very cool. Now, to put in perspective just how big this is some of the other cities that are selected for this include Sydney, Australia, Valencia, France.
Oh, Valencia. So that's now how I'm supposed to pronounce it.
That's how I'm saying it. You can say it however you want. It's France. I'm not worried about offending them because I don't care.
The next one's easy. I want to hear you do the next one after that.
Shearfield, England.
That's Sheffield.
Oh, Sheffield, England. See, there you go. And Yatana City, China. Look at that.
I'm not touching that one.
Yeah, no, I'm not going there.
The next one's really rough.
I heard the bat soup in Yatania is pretty solid this time of year, though.
You get the side of pangolins.
The next town is so hard to say. Go ahead. Say it.
I believe, and I will get this wrong, so I apologize. It is a tough one. Joplin, Missouri?
Missouri.
No, and then, of course, Joplin. Now, Joplin, we're not the only city in America that has been chosen. There's been 4 cities in America. But the fact that this is that international and Joplin was chosen, that's no small P's and Q's.
That's great.
It's not just the small peas and potatoes or whatever the phrase is.
And that's why you build things like the Joplin Momentum Bike Park.
Build it, and they will come.
It comes up to vote, you vote yes.
Blankly? I don't know. I'd put an asterisk on that.
When you put things into your city to attract other people to come, this is why you do it. That bike park is state-of-the-art, top of the line.
I will say I do agree with the bike park because the bike park, if you have not been, not even as a joke,
you can't half-butt it. You whole-butt it.
Rough.
If you're going to do something, you do it right. That bike park was done right, and as long as they upkeep it, make sure it doesn't get dilapidated over the next 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
That's a great investment.
Well, and that's the thing is that there is that risk-reward analysis. If the cost reward benefit analysis, I should say, is if you want to build something like, I don't know, a giant sports complex, you need to make sure that you ask the questions, how much revenue are we expected to get from this minus how much does it cost for that upkeep? Is it worth it? How long will it take to pay off things? So I don't think just blindly voting yes on building new things is a good idea.
No, but this is why you do it.
But this is an example of it going well because they planned it well, from my understanding.
And the fact they had to get the money from ARPA for a lot of it.
Well, a lot of it was
which helped.
"Quote unquote" free money. Obviously, it isn't free because Biden printed a bunch of money and the inflation went up. It sucks for everyone. But from the city's perspective, it's functionally free money. So there's that as well.
Oh, good job for the city for putting it to good use.
Yeah, no, honestly. Now, Visit Joplin Director Patrick Tuttle said, quote, "This is wonderful news for Joplin and the surrounding community. We are proud of our new bike park, and now it offers exciting opportunities for area riders. But having this type of qualifier in our first year of opening will create a lot of energy and focus from cycling communities. It's an excellent way to introduce the park and Joplin to these groups," end quotes. That's pretty cool. And by the way, I will say this, just anecdotally, is I mean, I live in Joplin. I cruise around this town.
Well, then you have a say of what goes on in Joplin because you live here.
Yeah, well,
I dare you to show up at one of the other towns' city council meetings and try to speak.
I won't, and you know why? Because I don't live there. So I'm going to stay in Joplin and go to my city council meetings.
All right. In any case, I was at one of the local coffee shops, and I was talking to someone there, and they were shocked at the bike park. They had gone and they thought it was so cool. And they said they have family that lives in Arkansas that drove up just to go to the bike park.
Which is wild because
they have
Northwest
bike
Arkansas
parks.
is booming, like with all their trails and everything like that and tourist stuff. So for them to come up here, that's awesome.
Yeah, no, it was super cool. And again, anecdotal, that was just a personal story of someone that I know personally that told. But that's pretty neat, hearing stuff like that. So shout out, honestly. Shifting gears here, but keeping it Joplin-themed today.
We need to get a sound effect for every time you say shifting gears, just to have it. Maybe Gary can hook us up.
Either that or a gear jamming.
Grinding.
Just the most horrific sound that anyone could hear possibly in their car while they're driving.
Yeah, so Ted doesn't know how to drive a clutch.
I think the most offensive sound is...
Yeah, that sound triggers me.
It's the worst.
Whenever we play it.
Whose idea was that?
Whose idea was that? I'll give you a hint. Not mine.
Nope.
In any case, yeah. No, well, it's not any of our threes.
Higher powers at be, and we're not talking about the Lord and Savior.
In any case, today, passenger fares for the Sunshine Lamp Trolley are free in Joplin.
Free.
Look at that. Now, this is in honor of the 1-year anniversary of the Lamp Trolley. It's a good opportunity for, if you've never taken the Sunshine Lamp Trolley and you kind of want to give it a shot, be like, I don't know if I want to spend the $5 on it. Hey, check it out today. Just cruise around town, do a little sightseeing. It's Friday after all, and it's going to be a beautiful day. I mean, what's our high today, Steve?
60.
That's not bad considering what we had.
Not bad at all.
We were frozen this time last week. We were underneath snow this time last week. It's 60 today. Hop on the Sunshine Lamp Trolley.
Nailed it.
Nailed that one. Totally free. Cruise around. Enjoy the day.
How do you pronounce it?
Sunshine Lamp Trolley.
You can
go to joplinmo.org and find out the route and all that for it.
Yeah, or you can go to newstalkkzrg.com. Details there.
Yes,
I
sir.
believe they actually have more than one route, if I remember correctly.
I believe our story has all the maps on it, right? The routes.
Yeah. They have that. They have all the travel information just across the board, which is pretty tight. KZRG News Time 6:51.
KZRG's Big Three on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Iran has seized 2 oil tankers in the Persian Gulf yesterday, claiming they were smuggling 1 million liters of illegal fuel. Iran claims that the vessels were part of an organized fuel smuggling network operating illegally in the region for the past several months. That kind of sounds familiar.
Number 2.
Bill and Hillary Clinton are now set to testify again in front of the House Oversight Committee in relation to their relationship with Epstein. This comes after the powerful couple faced contempt of Congress charges for previously ignoring subpoenas demanding that they testify.
Number 1.
Joplin's new Momentum Bike Park making international news as they were chosen as the location for the 2026 UCI Pump Track Qualifier. Other cities involved include Sydney, Australia, Valencia, I'll call it Valence, France, Sheffield,
It's France. We don't need to worry about their feelings.
Forget about the French. I like their fries, though. And also Joplin, Missouri.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What are your thoughts on the Clintons testifying about Epstein? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page or leave us an open mic message on the KZRG app. If you do, we'll play it live on air here. Coming up, your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a mild start to our morning. Sunshine, dry weather through the weekend. Temperatures continue well above the norm through early next week. 60, the high today. Cooler tonight, upper 20s overnight. Tomorrow, still a very mild February day, 56. 66 Sunday afternoon. I'm meteorologist.
Good morning, everyone. We're continuing our conversation about the Alien series. Alien vs. Predator.
First one was good.
2, not good. First one was awesome. I love it.
Yep.
The second one, I'd never seen it before. I watched it to follow along with the chronological order. It was terrible.
Yeah, it wasn't. And it's the weird thing is a lot of people like it now on the rewatch. I don't. One reason why is because you can't see anything. It is so dark throughout the entire movie that you can't see anything.
Also, and I'm not super.
And it's just corny.
I'm not super in the know with the Alien series, like the Alien universe lore. But a facehugger hugs or gets a predator, and then you get a predator alien out of it, a predalien, which is dope.
Predalien.
But then the predalien doesn't require a facehugger to multiply.
I think it's because it's a queen.
The predaliens are queens?
What? No, that predalien was a queen.
What made that one a queen? And doesn't the queen lay eggs?
I think the queen laid the queen or something. Like I think the queen lays a new queen, kind of like bees.
So, but then where did the facehuggers come? That was my issue with it. I was like, there's no facehuggers in this movie.
I think they explain the facehugger thing eventually. Like
that was my problem because I was like, where are all these aliens coming from? There were 2 facehuggers in the beginning of the movie. That's what sparked the whole thing. And then you never see them again. And there's like 300 aliens. And I'm like, what is happening?
Could you imagine being in the delivery room with the queen?
My whole thing is if you're going to have a Alien vs. Predator on Earth movie, why would you have it following a pizza delivery kid and his teenage girlfriend instead of something awesome, like a good story?
Yeah, I agree with that. The ending, I will say, of the second, I won't spoil it, dope. Baller. Actually, I will spoil it. They just nuked the whole city.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
And I was like, oh my god.
They tell them to be in the middle of town. And
yeah, I actually did not see that one coming.
Did you ever watch The Crazies?
No.
Bro, you gotta watch that.
Yeah.
Timothy Olyphant. And it's kind of the same setup. I don't want to spoil anything from it because it's a great movie. But you need to watch it. It is... I would give it an 8 out of 10. Probably my favorite Timothy Olyphant.
Nothing but my tidy whities.
I'm alive. Oh.
Well, that seems achievable. I wish it was. My house is always freezing.
Are you having time staying comfortable in your own home?
All right, we're back with our friends here. Okay, so Lucas, it goes Alien vs. Predator, Alien vs. Predator Requiem. That's the second one.
Yeah.
Prometheus, Alien Covenant, and then it goes the TV show Alien Earth, which
that was good. That was all right.
I didn't want to. I was just doing movies, so I was like, I'm not gonna watch a whole TV
it's not
show
bad.
right now. I'm sure it is good.
The good thing about that is that you're kind of like, man, I could see Elon Musk being this type of person, like this legacy. Like it's basically 3 Elon Musks that rules Earth. Like there's an Asian conglomerate.
At Takanawa Towers.
Kind of, and then the one that's in Alien, the guy that is behind it all, Wayland.
Wayland.
Yeah, Wayland Industries is one of them, and then there's another one.
So yeah, so I did Alien vs. Predator, Alien vs. Predator.
And then what? Aliens?
Alien.
Or Alien, and then
I did Alien.
And then is it Alien Romulus after that?
And then it goes Romulus,
Nice.
and then Aliens, and then Alien 3, and then Alien Resurrection.
Romulus wasn't bad.
I liked Romulus
Yeah.
a lot.
I thought it was
Avery
good.
asked a question. She said, were the head crabs in Half-Life based on the facehuggers, ?
I don't know, maybe. It's a good question. Apparently, I had learned this in film school, that the inspiration for the facehuggers was Ridley Scott was trying to recreate the fear of rape, but towards men. Because women obviously have that absolute insane, very realistic and reasonable fear. Men really don't.
Ridley Scott's never been to prison.
The facehuggers were supposed to simulate that, but for men to be afraid of it. That's the story anyway.
And News Talk KZRG.
It's the KZRG Morning Challenge.
Your chance to win a complimentary taco, free chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
To win to be the first one on the phone with the correct answer to the question at 417-782-1310. That's 782-1310. Ted, what's the question?
Today's question is, which viral disease did Louis Pasteur develop a vaccine for? Louis Pasteur, he developed a vaccine for which viral disease? I'll give you a hint. It's a very famous one. It's not some niche, some weird niche thing that only 7 people get or whatever. No, you know this one. I promise you've heard of it. It's right up there with like Ebola in terms of well-known. Or swine flu.
Sometimes you need a shot.
Where's the vodka?
Louis Pasteur invented the vaccine for what viral disease? I'll give you a hint. You typically get it when you get bit by something.
Not shot. Dog bite. Not woof woof. Bang bang.
Louis Pasteur developed the vaccine for what viral disease? 417-782-1310. Steve, what are we giving away?
Complimentary taco plus chips and salsa from the award-winning Ghetto Tacos.
News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
What is measles?
Measles, great guess, but no, not measles. News Talk KZRG, do you have a guess?
Yeah, polio?
No, polio's a good guess, but not polio. We'll give you a hint. You typically get this if you're bit by something. Like, I don't know.
Stephen King made a movie about this in Cujo.
Louis Pasteur developed a vaccine for what viral disease? News Talk KZRG, what is your guess?
Rabies.
That's exactly right. Rabies. Who do we have here?
Don.
Hey, Don, what's your favorite radio station?
KZRG.
Love to hear it, man. Coming up next, more news.
The 4 states news, talk, and severe weather station. KZRG, KIXQ HD2, Joplin. A free service of Zimmer Market. It's 8 o'clock.
One ransom note deadline has passed. Another looms Monday. I'm Dave Anthony. Fox News. As the search for Nancy Guthrie continues in Arizona, her son Cameron put out another video message on social media to whoever kidnapped the 84-year-old.
We need you to reach out, and we need a way to communicate with you so that we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom.
Those ransom notes have been emailed to TV outlets.
The FBI has brought in a critical response group from Quantico. They have a team processing social media evidence and phone and digital footprints.
Fox's Alicia Cunha outside Nancy Guthrie's home in Tucson.
Here's what's going to happen today. We've been told that investigators are going to be back out going door to door in Nancy's neighborhood. We know that they were in Annie's neighborhood, the daughter, yesterday. They're still looking for more video camera. And I've been told that there are neighbors here who have received emails letting them know that authorities are going to be trying to talk to them and they really want any video they could possibly provide.
The U.S. and Iran holding indirect talks today in Oman through a mediator after President Trump's threats to attack again like last year as he demands Iran scale back its nuclear and missile programs. The U.S. military blew up another boat said to be trafficking drugs off the South American coast. 2 alleged narco-terrorists on board were killed. The opening ceremony at the Olympics is just hours away in Italy, though it's already day 3 of the Winter Games, and some are out protesting against the U.S. and immigration enforcement here.
Hundreds, mostly students, marching through Milan. The main focus of their anger is ICE. Immigration agents are in Italy to support the U.S. delegation.
They've done bad things that I don't approve of, and we don't approve of, and we don't want them here.
A banner criticizing Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Vice President J.D. Vance headed up the march.
Fox's Jonathan Savage. American skier Lindsey Vonn had a successful training run today, still competing despite Vonn suffering a serious knee injury. Her first race is Sunday. America's listening to Fox News.
No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG. Heading for a high of 60, your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. Following sports, that'll be at 8:08. Sunshine, 39 in Neosho, 41 in Pittsburgh, 40 in Galena, 40 in Joplin. AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG. Well, the Missouri House has passed its first bill of the year.
This Born Alive legislation could actually bring the death penalty to healthcare providers if they don't give, or at least attempt to give, life-saving care to a baby born after an abortion attempt. It also opens the door to lawsuits against anyone who assists in illegal medication abortions. Now, mind you, this same bill was also the first to clear either legislative chamber last year, but it never made it to the full Senate for a final vote. Keeping our finger on the pulse of Jefferson City, I'm Ty Albright for News Talk KZRG.
The the wokest content in the history of the world. Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt grilled the CEO of Netflix this week on Capitol Hill.
Forgive me if I'm a little concerned, not only as a parent, but also that somebody believes that we ought to have a wide variety of content options. The overwhelming majority of your stuff right now is overwhelmingly woke, and it's not reflective of what the American people want to see.
Schmidt says the streaming platform is pushing transgender themes on our children, and he wants it stopped.
Should non-Joplin residents be able to speak at Joplin City Council meetings?
No.
Okay. That question was raised by Councilman Ryan Jackson on Monday night after an exchange that he had with a woman from Carl Junction who is upset with how the city is treating homeless people.
I would like to see if we could have our city attorney kind of look and help us in the very near future have a work session to address citizens' request to address council. I'm kind of growing some ire of people wanting to come up and make very slanted and negative comments to the council, to the community, who aren't even voting members of this community.
But others say that since Joplin is the regional hub, it's important to hear from all of the stakeholders who live nearby. If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine, it's 40. It's now 8:04. News Talk, KZRG.
As libraries across the country continue to adapt to changing community needs, the Joplin Public Library continues to stand out by expanding far beyond traditional books into a true one-stop hub for learning, creativity, entertainment, and everyday practical support. All accessible for free or a very low cost if you're an out-of-city resident. Public Relations and Marketing Assistant Lori Crockett joined the Morning News Watch and said the children's area and teen zone are very important spaces.
We have a lot of computers now for people, not only in the general computer lab for adults, but we have them all the way down to learning centers in the children's area. We have a dedicated teen space that we ask adults to stay out of so the teens feel comfortable there.
Most taxpayers who get a federal refund have it directly deposited in their account. Missouri Net tax expert Jason Dynison says that's the only option now.
They will not be sending paper checks for 2025 tax returns that get refunds. You can still send them checks for now, although they want to do away with that also.
New for the 2025 tax filing year, no tax on tips. Thousands of Missourians who earn tips from nearly 70 qualified businesses can deduct up to $25,000 in earned tips. Something else that's new, those who bought a new American-made car in 2025 can now deduct the interest on their car loan. Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NFL action, LA Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford was named the NFL MVP. New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel was named the NFL Coach of the Year. In D2 basketball, the MSSU women's basketball team beat Newman 72-51. The MSSU men also earned a win over the Jets with a 93-75 victory. ESU basketball swept PSU with the women earning a 65-63 win and the Hornet men beating the Gorillas 81-78. In D2 baseball, PSU ran through Missouri St. Louis 25-1. In prep basketball, the Joplin girls beat Neosho 63-27. Republic beat the Webb City girls 50-43. The Carthage girls beat Parkview 56-20. The New Heights Christian boys beat Thomas Jefferson 67-54 in the Mercy Warrior Classic semifinals, and the McCauley boys beat Exeter 53-36. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk, KZRG.
Your news is service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash?
Yep.
Liberty Tree Guns now buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 8:30, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. Lots of sunshine, lots of warm weather this weekend. 60 the high today, 56 tomorrow, 66 Sunday. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Weather is a service of Millwood Company. Give yourself peace of mind as you prepare for harsh winter weather with an annual maintenance program that protects your home. For your roofing needs, visit millwoodcojoplin.com.
No precipitation showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. 39 in Neosho, 41 in Pittsburgh, now 42 in Galena, 42 in Joplin. 100 weather updates every 24 hours on News Talk, KZRG. KZRG News Time now, 8:08.
Zimmer Marketing is proud to partner with local businesses and encourage you to shop local first.
You can find the supplies you need to make the best snacks and beverages for your big game celebrations at Allied Restaurant Supply. Watch the battle of the best while you cook with the equipment the professionals use.
This is Daniel from Allied Restaurant Supply. Come see us at 1316 South Main in Joplin.
Local businesses are the backbone of our communities. Zimmer Marketing encourages you to shop local first.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free timeshare exit information kit. 800-809-7171. That's 800-809-7171.
Progressive Commercial knows truckers can expect the unexpected when driving, but a little heads up like this would still be nice.
Hey there, Big Rig. I'm driving the hatchback ahead of you. Heads up, at the next light, I'm going to stop right in the middle of both lanes, and you won't know if I'm taking a right or going straight. You know what? Me neither. Over.
Be ready for the unexpected and save on the protection you need with personalized discounts. Get a quote in as little as 7 minutes at ProgressiveCommercial.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, covered subject to terms and limits. Discounts not available in all states or situations.
Cold weather can present unique challenges for semis. This is Justin with JL Mobile Truck and Trailer Repair. And this winter, you'll want to be sure to treat your fuel, replace your fuel filters, and check your battery to ensure you're ready for colder weather. But should you find yourself down and out, remember, JL Mobile Truck and Trailer Repair is here for all your diesel maintenance and repairs. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call us at 417-438-9461 or visit jlmobilerepair.com.
Hi, I'm Julie with Van Beesler Greenhouse. I decided to start looking at advertising as helping me increase the flow of people through our doors. When I was new to this, I was just trying to get our message out there, but I feel like I was throwing money in lots of different directions and really probably wasting my money. Zimmer Marketing, when they approached me, Brett James came in and he wanted to know about me, our business. He wanted to understand what our goals were, what it is that we are trying to do here. They're not just trying to sell you time on the air. They're trying to help you build your business. So if you're a new company, I definitely recommend attending Transformation, taking to heart what it is they have to say and implementing it. It's been huge for the success of our family business.
Make 2026 the year you invest in you. Get started today at ZimmerMarketing.com. Zimmer Marketing, it just works.
The latest is always heard on News Talk, KZRG. Broadcasting from the Downstream Casino Resort Studio, this is News Talk KZRG. From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk, KZRG.
Enjoy the nice warmer weather as it's going to be here for a little while. In fact, today we're going to have sunshine with the high near 60. Winds, though, are going to be westerly, becoming northerly later on this morning. Tonight, mostly clear down to 26, make that 28 for the overnight low. Now, tomorrow, it's going to be a little bit cooler, mostly sunny with a high of 56. Then, on Sunday, wow, it's going to get warm again, sunny with the high near 66. 71 for the high with mostly sunny on Monday, and near 70 to 71 again on Tuesday. So we're looking pretty good. In fact, it's going to be in the upper 60s or lower 70s most of next week. So it's not too shabby. In fact, we do have a slight chance of some showers, though, on Tuesday and Tuesday night, but not too bad. Enjoy the bright sunshine and enjoy the nice warm temperatures. Thank you, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. We appreciate it.
Yeah, she did. And no thanks to you, Punxsutawney Phil.
Yeah, really.
More like punk.
So my dad lives in Northeast Indiana. They got 2 more inches of snow last night.
Oh.
I said, you guys really do hate that road back there. My dad said, he goes, I'm tired of this. He goes, it's so cold out here. I'm tired of it. I'm too old.
KZRG News Time 8:13. Bad for the joints, that cold.
Yep. I told him, I said, you know what? It's about 60 here.
Sucker. Well, we played this audio during the news segment and a couple of news segments this morning. Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt grilling the CEO of Netflix regarding basically woke content on Netflix. Take a listen to this.
Forgive me if I'm a little concerned, not only as a parent, but also that somebody believes that we ought to have a wide variety of content options. The overwhelming majority of your stuff right now is overwhelmingly woke, and it's not reflective of what the American people want to see.
I couldn't help but, I mean, and I want your thoughts on this as you're cruising around the 4 states, so get that open mic message ready on the KZRG app. I agree with Eric Schmidt, but isn't that up to the consumer? I mean, if that's not what the American people want, then they'll cancel their subscriptions, no? Is that not how the free market works? I mean, what is he going to try and pass a law that Netflix, the president said Netflix has to be less woke?
Well, I think the move here is to make sure, because like you said, it's up to the parents' decision. Well, the parents need to know what's in the show. So I feel like,
and that's up to the parents to do their research.
But what I'm saying is the parents aren't going to sit there and watch a 40 episode season of a kid show, because a lot of this stuff doesn't appear until season 3, episode 5 or something like that. So what I'm saying is there should be a disclaimer like there is for TVMA, nudity, whatever. For the kids, transgender themes, just put the whatever up front on the beginning of the episode,
like a warning.
Yes,
almost like it's like a conservative trigger warning.
So then the parents know what. Yeah, exactly. So then the parents know what's going on in the show. I mean, it's that. To me, it's that simple.
That's a great. I could get behind that. That's a reasonable.
And I don't understand why Netflix wouldn't want to do that.
Right.
Like, that's, to me, a no-brainer.
Well, probably because it's a step. It's something they have to do, and nobody wants to do things. If a company or a person can get away with doing less work, they're going to do that. You know what I mean?
I think I heard on Holly, he said 42% of their kids' shows have transgender themes in at least one episode of one
So,
of the
again,
seasons.
cancel your subscription.
But that's what I'm saying.
Don't let your kids watch
as somebody
it.
who did, I just canceled, but not because of that, just because it's, farly outrageous for the price. But anyway,
for traditional
I feel like
consumerism.
the easiest way is to do the
disclaimer. That's a great
just
idea.
The disclaimer. I feel like both sides should be able to agree on that.
Right.
Either that or don't watch the shows on those particular shows.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and that's how they would know, is because if you put a disclaimer up at the beginning of that show, like, hey, this episode contains this, and
the
this.
same way, that, by the way, it's a great, there's nudity, there's violence, there's swearing, there's transgender themes, there's woke themes, there's DEI themes.
That's the same way I know as if, hey, this movie's PG-13. Are there themes in it that I don't want my kids to see, even like Jurassic Park or something like that? Like, that's, halfway between a kid's movie and adult's movie, because kids love dinosaurs. You have to balance that as a parent. Do I want my kids to see a dinosaur rip some guy in half?
Right.
Or do I want them to see a quick nude scene? That's the kind of stuff. And that's why those disclaimers are useful at the beginning of those episodes.
And so those should apply to streaming and for DEI.
And obviously it's not that as
trans.
extreme as for kids shows, but it's just like whatever themes are in the kids shows.
News time 8:15. Okay, so what are your thoughts on this? Leave us an open mic message. Love to hear it. Here's another one that we had. We were reporting on the news. Joplin City Councilman Ryan Jackson on Monday had an exchange with someone from Carl Junction, and was who apparently was upset about how the city's treating homeless people. And Ryan Jackson brought up the idea, hey, why are non-Joplin residents at the Joplin City Council meeting taking up time and voicing thoughts? Take a listen to what Ryan Jackson had to say.
I would like to see if we could have our city attorney kind of look and help us in the very near future have a work session to address citizens' request to address council. I'm kind of growing some ire of people wanting to come up and make very slanted and negative comments to the council, to the community, who aren't even voting members of this community.
Now, the counter is that since Joplin is a regional hub, that it's important to hear from all stakeholders in the region and not just literal, nighttime residents, people that live and sleep here. Lucas, I know you had some comments on this.
No, you shouldn't have a say in Joplin City Matters if you don't live in Joplin. Like, I'm not, and I understand that as somebody who lives in Joplin, I'm not going to Kansas City and expecting that I would have a say in their city council meetings.
But would you have a say in, like, Webb City?
I'm not going to Webb City. I'm not going to Carl Junction. I'm not going to Carthage, and I'm not going to Neosho because I don't live there. That doesn't. Now, what I will say is, The priority in the precedence goes to the citizens of that city. Now, if there are other residents of other cities that want to speak, they should be able to sign up. And if there's nobody from Joplin that wants to speak, then you can have residents from other areas speak. But I feel like the precedent should be whoever lives in that city for that city council meeting.
Right, I see. So you would argue for just an order of operation.
Exactly.
So
just
you would
just like the Netflix things. Compromise.
Right.
Easiest way to do this is if they don't want to hear from Carl Junction, Neosho, and such residents, that's fine. But you just put a precedence on the Joplin residents. You live here, you speak first. After that, it's first come, first served, whoever signed up.
Right. I mean, I will say this, anecdotally, I look at the city council sheet that they put out of what's going to be on the meeting, and it includes the people that have asked to speak. Those lists aren't very long. Minus the whole data center thing, on your average city council meeting where they're doing normal, everyday, small government stuff, it's not like there's a list of 200 speakers and all of them are out-of-towners. It's like 5 people. You know what I mean? So,
yes, but
so
to combat that, most people
idea,
aren't going to care about normal, everyday stuff. It's just because of this data center. That's the only or the homeless people. That's the only reason why these people are showing up to talk about it. Because that guy died of exposure. That's why she was there complaining, because of that situation. Normal city council meetings, you're not going to have this problem.
But the data center, for example, that's going to affect people in other communities because of if the rates of utilities go up, that will affect them in other communities, even though it's a matter of the city of Joplin.
Well, and there's also, specifically for the data center, there's also the issue not even of money. I mean, obviously that's a concern. But like water, nobody wants their water bill to go up. But what happens if it uses all the water? You know what I mean? Then what? Then it's no longer just money. Then it's a matter of literal physical resources.
Well, like I said, I'm not saying they can't speak. I'm just saying you put Joplin citizens first.
Well, it sounds to me like Ryan Jackson.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You compromise. Like, that's what he wants. Obviously, the other people don't. So your compromise is Joplin citizens speak first, and then if there aren't any, then the other citizens can come up.
Okay, so you would be fine with non-Joplin residents speaking at a Joplin City Council meeting,
as long as Joplin residents got the precedence.
Got to go first.
Yeah. As long as if there were any Joplin residents that wanted to speak, because those are the ones that matter the most,
right?
Because they live in Joplin. So I feel like those voices should be heard first and foremost. Then if you have leftover voices from surrounding communities or whatever that want to say whatever they want to say, sure.
Now, hypothetically, and I don't know, we're gonna call over to the city and find out about this, but hypothetically, what if that is how they do it already? Then there's no problem for you.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Leave us an open mic message. Should only the city residents of a local city be able to speak at that city council meeting? We want to know. Leave us an open mic message or text us at 417-782-1310. 8:20 is the KZRG News Time.
KZRG's Big 3 on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Iran seized 2 oil tankers in the Persian Gulf yesterday, claiming they were smuggling 1 million liters of illegal fuel. Iran claims the vessels were part of an organized fuel smuggling network operating illegally in the region for the past several months. Kind of sounds familiar.
Number 2.
Bill and Hillary Clinton are set to testify again in front of the House Oversight Committee in relation to their relationship with Epstein. This comes after the powerful couple faced contempt of Congress charges for previously ignoring subpoenas demanding that they testify.
Number 1.
Joplin's new Momentum Bike Park making international news as they were chosen as a location for the 2026 UCI Pump Track Qualifier. Other cities involved include Sydney, Australia, Valence, France, also Sheffield, England, and Joplin, Missouri.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What are your thoughts on the Clintons testifying about Epstein? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page. News Talk KZRG on Facebook, or text us at 417-782-1310. What are your thoughts on the Clintons testifying on Epstein? Kim Commando with technology coming up next. Followed, of course, by Chris Plant at 9, Clay Travis and Buck Sexton at 11, Sean Hannity at 2, and Mark Levin at 5. On News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a mild start to our morning. Sunshine, dry weather through the weekend. Temperatures continue well above the norm through early next week. 60, the high today. Cooler tonight, upper 20s overnight. Tomorrow, still a very mild February day, 56. 66 Sunday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith.
Good morning, everyone. Bobby Joe, good morning. Bobby Joe said, yes, the data center affects surrounding communities.
That's why we take the time to understand you, your wants and needs, and can design the perfect custom space you deserve. We'd love to be your building partner, but even if you have a builder, let's visit just to make sure you're started on the right path. Learn more at settlerstructures.com.
I will say, speaking back of the Alien movies, I was reading your comments about the Alien movies. The original one, looking back at it, really, really, really not scary. But I will say this, the world building was immediately awesome. I mean, the facehuggers, the alien ships, like everything about the movie is so cool and impressive. But like as a thriller, it was so slow. Like the pacing was incredibly slow. Also, the alien only killed 2 people. Because the facehugger got one of them. The alien got the captain. I guess he got 3 people.
The facehugger didn't kill him. The alien did.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Yeah, I'll give you that one. So, because there's a crew of 7, and one of them was a robot. So they killed the robot.
A synth.
Excuse me. Then Sigourney Weaver survives. So the alien kills 5 people in the whole movie.
That's why you should watch the show. Because it's kind of like that movie, the first movie, but it expands and it's way better.
And I don't mind. I'm not saying like, oh, it's only scary if a bunch of people die. That's not what I'm saying. I just mean like, you barely saw the alien. Like the whole scene when they're looking for it on the ship, they're just cruising around. Like you don't even see it at all.
That's how all horror movies were back in the day.
Yeah,
like all the early ones.
Right.
I think it was because they couldn't show a lot of stuff too.
Yeah,
like,
so it was a lot of like the shadow. Cuts to the
you don't want it to
shadow
be
on the wall.
cheesy, so you don't want it because like they didn't have the technology that they have today. So it's pretty much practical effects that you had to use the whole time,
which sometimes look goofy.
Yeah.
Which again goes back to my thesis that I know you disagree with. Horror and humor do not age well.
Disagree.
I know you do, and that's fine. We can agree to disagree.
I still will not watch the. I don't know what is the name of it.
The Birds?
No, the Possession movie.
Oh, talking about Poltergeist?
No, with the girl that gets possessed.
Oh, yeah. And her head spins around.
Yeah. That movie.
Virus protection. My listeners get an exclusive 75% off at Weber.com/cam. Millions use wireless Ring doorbells and wireless security cams. But are you really secure? In the upscale town of Scottsdale, Arizona, 2 California teens invaded a home dressed as delivery drivers. Once they made it to the front door, they forced their way in, tied the couple with duct tape, and assaulted them, all the while demanding cryptocurrency. Police have arrested the teens. The lesson? Never solely rely on Ring doorbells and wireless security cameras. No matter how someone is dressed, if you don't know them, don't allow them in. But there's more. Illegal and inexpensive Wi-Fi jammers are occasionally sold on Amazon and eBay, and these things will completely disable all wireless devices, including security cams. Enter to win in my $7,000 giveaway. Go to winfromkim.com. As we head into a new year, I want you to start it protected, not frustrated by slow, bloated, antiquated antivirus software. I've tested a lot of security tools over the years. You need one that keeps up with the times. WebRoot Essentials is the antivirus security software I recommend. Listen to these results. Independent testing by Passmark Software ranked WebRoot #1 in performance, beating names you know like Norton, McAfee, and Bitdefender. WebRoot scans 6 times faster, uses 5 times less memory, and takes up 33 times less space. That means real protection without slowing down your computer. I've seen it myself. The difference is immediate. WebRoot Essentials protects against viruses, ransomware, phishing, and more. It works on PCs, Macs, tablets, smartphones, even Chromebooks, so all your devices are covered. Right now, save 75% on WebRoot Essentials at webroot.com/Kim. This 75% offer is exclusive for my listeners only. Go to webroot.com/Kim. That's webroot.com/Kim. webroot.com/Kim.
Hey, Clay Travis here. Join me and Buck Sexton weekdays from 11 till 2 right here on News Talk KZRG. You can depend on it.
It's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
Gearing up for 8:30 here. Ted Bojorquez.
Steve Scott.
Lucas Davis.
It got a little warmer in Joplin, 42. Pittsburgh, same dealio, 43. Miami, 41. 41 in Neosho as well.
Yep, it's going to be sunny with the high today near 60. And then tomorrow, down only to about 55, 56. Now, on Sunday, it's going to be sunny with the high of 67. Monday, mostly sunny with a high of 71, and Tuesday we could be in the 70s once again. So that's according to KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith. So it's very nice that we're getting some above average temperatures instead of the below average temperatures.
Mm-hmm. Well, one of you dropped off this book, Would You Rather Family Challenge, for us news folk. We appreciate it. You can always drop off books or baked goods, for instance, at KZRG headquarters at 32nd Street in Joplin, Mo.
Or minis.
Or what?
The mini shots.
Oh, yeah, or that. So I really quickly here, I found this one that was kind of funny. We want you to play along. Get that open mic button ready or text us at 417-782-1310. Would you rather have the ability to see a color that no one else can see or hear a musical note that no one else can hear? Which of those two would you rather? Text us at 417-782-1310. Steve, which one would you rather?
Hear what?
Lucas?
Probably the color.
Really?
Just because I don't know what the sound, like, does the sound trigger anything? That note that you can hear? Like, does it instantly void your bowels, or what happens?
When I saw this, and maybe with the hear the musical note that no one else can hear, it reminded me of Uncle Leo from Seinfeld with the ring.
Somebody answer that phone.
I actually used to be able to hear some things that some people could not hear. I don't know.
Was it your wife yelling at you?
No. This was even before I got married.
The voices.
It was what?
The voices.
Uh-oh.
Yes, I had voices in my head.
Should we be concerned?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Very concerned.
So what would you rather? Have the ability to see a color that no one else can see or hear a musical note that no one else can hear? Text us at 417-782-1310. Coming up after the news, there's a lot of stuff going on in the 4 states area this weekend that is going to be a total blast for you and your kid or grandkid, or really just the family in general. That's coming up next after the news on News Talk KZRG.
At 8:30, I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Here's what's trending on News Talk KZRG. The search continues.
Russian nuclear stockpile.
California grocery store crash. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk. KZRG, we're heading for a high of 60. Your complete forecast with KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith following sports. That'll be at 8:38. Sunshine now, it's 41 in Neosho, 41 in Pittsburgh, it's 42 in Baxter Springs, 42 in Joplin, AM 1310, FM 102.9, 105.9. News Talk, KZRG. There's new details emerging in the disappearance of the mother of NBC host Savannah Guthrie. Alicia Acuna reports from Arizona.
The New York Post is reporting that in the days before Nancy Guthrie was taken, one of her neighbors who lives across the street had called police to report a suspicious unmarked white van parked on this very street. So we're hoping to be able to hear from authorities if they have any response to that. The FBI also says they are taking the ransom note sent to TMZ and local TV stations in Tucson seriously. The FBI confirmed there were 2 deadlines in the ransom note. The first one passed at 5 p.m. yesterday. That came with specific demands, and that if they weren't met, a second deadline would kick in for this Monday.
The Kremlin says Russia and the United States agree they need to talk arms control, and soon.
The last remaining nuclear arms deal between the US and Russia expired yesterday. Moscow says negotiators have now spoken of the need to replace the New START agreement. For the first time in more than half a century, there are no caps on the world's 2 largest atomic arsenals. President Trump wants the next agreement to include China, with a senior American diplomat again accusing Beijing of conducting secret nuclear tests. But the Chinese government has said it's not interested in a deal, as its nuclear stocks are much smaller than those of the other major powers. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
At least 3 are killed, 4 injured, 2 in critical condition. That when a car smashes into a grocery store in Los Angeles. With the story, Chris Foster.
2 men and a woman were pronounced dead at the scene. They were in the bakery section of a 99 Ranch Market in the Westwood neighborhood of Los Angeles when a 92-year-old woman driving a silver Toyota Prius crashed into the store. Several people were trapped under the car when first responders got there. The store faces a busy intersection. Police say the driver had hit a cyclist about a block away and lost control. Neither she nor the cyclist were badly injured. It's being investigated as an unfortunate accident. Chris Foster, Fox News.
Sunshine, it's 42. It's now 8:33. News Talk, KZRG.
A lawsuit against an area school.
A former Carl Junction School student is suing the Carl Junction School District and a former teacher because of stalking incidents that were not reported by school district employees. It all stems from alleged actions by former teacher Craig Smith, who is accused of stalking and sexually harassing the female student beginning when she was an elementary school student. Smith has been charged with stalking and possession of child porn. The victim is seeking damages and a jury trial. Steve Smith, News Talk KZRG.
Grilling the head of a major Soros-backed NGO. Missouri U.S. Senator Eric Schmidt had that opportunity this week as he pushes for justice against Somali fraudsters.
You use racism as an attempt to intimidate people to get your way. And it's not 2020 anymore. The American people are over it. So what you're going to find is, and it has nothing to do with race, we're going to prosecute because fraud was committed on a level that is so offensive to this country. Your words that don't mean anything aren't going to stop what's coming. And I want you to take that back to George Soros because justice is coming.
If you see news, text us at 417-782-1310. Sunshine 42. Now going on 8:35. News Talk, KZRG.
Newton County is looking for a new coroner after Dale Owen resigned this week after nearly 2 decades in that position. Owen says his decision comes amid difficulties in working with some commissioners and his inability to hire additional help at a reasonable pay. He also cited the amount of work and the toll it's taken on his personal health. County leaders had received numerous complaints from mortuaries in the past several months.
Get ready for some social media posts that are truly out of this world.
NASA makes big use of social media, but often those posts are carefully constructed. Astronauts these days do have some internet connectivity, often used via computers already aboard the International Space Station, along with older still cameras and GoPros. But now NASA Chief Jared Isaacman posts on his X account that astronauts will now be allowed to bring the latest smartphones with them to space. The policy begins with the upcoming Crew 12 flight to the station, set to launch the earliest next Wednesday, and the upcoming Artemis 2 moon orbit mission possibly next month. Eben Brown, Fox News.
Now with sports, here's Lucas Davis on News Talk, KZRG.
In NFL action, LA Rams quarterback Matthew Stafford was named the NFL MVP. New England Patriots coach Mike Vrabel was named the NFL Coach of the Year. In D2 basketball, the MSSU women's basketball team beat Newman 72-51. The MSSU men also earned a win over the Jets with a 93-75 victory. ESU basketball swept PSU with the women earning a 65-63 win and the Hornet men beating the Gorillas 81-78. In D2 baseball, PSU ran through Missouri St. Louis 25-1. In prep basketball, the Joplin girls beat Neosho 63-27. Republic beat the Webb City girls 50-43. The Carthage girls beat Parkview 56-20. The New Heights Christian boys beat Thomas Jefferson 67-54 in the Mercy Warrior Classic semifinals. And the McCauley boys beat Exeter 53-36. That's your Crossland Construction Sports Report. Lucas Davis, News Talk KZRG.
Your news, a service of Liberty Tree Guns. Could you use some extra cash?
Yep.
Liberty Tree Guns, buying guns and gun collections and paying top dollar. Get a cash offer on your guns today at libertytreeguns.com. I'm Steve Scott.
I'm Lucas Davis.
Next news at 9 o'clock, breaking news as it happens. No one gives you more accurate weather more often than News Talk, KZRG. Now, KZRG meteorologist Terry Smith.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a mild start to our morning. Sunshine, dry weather through the weekend. Temperatures continue well above the norm through early next week. 60, the high today. cooler tonight, upper 20s overnight. Tomorrow, still a very mild February day, 56, 66 Sunday afternoon. I'm meteorologist Terry Smith in the KZRG Storm Center.
Nothing precipitation-wise showing up this morning on the KZRG Storm Tracker radar. It's 43, make that 42 in Neosho. Now 43 in Pittsburgh, it's 42 in Columbus, it's 42 in Joplin. News Talk KZRG with 100 weather updates every 24 hours. KZRG News Time now, 8:38.
When your pet feels their best, you can see it. In every wag, every stretch, every happy moment. They truly are my best friends. And that's why I really want to make sure I'm doing everything I can to keep them healthy and happy.
At Pinnacle Vet Clinic in Neosho, grooming is more than a beauty routine. It's an important part of keeping your pet healthy, inside and out. Regular grooming helps maintain healthy skin and coat, keeps ears clean, and nails neatly trimmed. Little details like that make a big difference in your pet's comfort and well-being. And you can trust the same Pinnacle Vet Clinic team for your regular vet visits and grooming, which makes it easier on you and your dog. They take the time to make each grooming visit relaxing and safe, so every pet feels cared for and comfortable. Help your pets thrive with a grooming appointment with Pinnacle Vet Clinic. Find them online at pinnaclevetclinic.com or on Facebook. When you want the best for your pets, go to Pinnacle Vet Clinic on Hammer Road in Neosho.
When you got a clog that can't be beat, when your shower water is above your feet, when you flush that bowl and it makes you frown,
Spring River makes that drain go down.
Hi, it's Nathan with Spring River Drain and Sewer. We treat all of our customers neighborly because we are your neighbors. Our licensed drain experts are from here, so you won't find us showing up with tricky sales tactics or wasting your time. We charge flat rate pricing for drain calls, not by the hour, so you know the price before we even show up. We proudly treat you like a friend and neighbor, not just another business transaction. Call Spring River Drain and Sewer and get started on fixing your sewer or drains today. Schedule an appointment at springriverdrain.com, and remember,
Spring River makes that drain go down.
Does your daily life leave you thirsty for more? Does your wallet screech in pain when you attempt to quench that thirst? Professor Pennypinger here, reminding you to make this the year that you live your best life for the best price, thanks to the Zimmer Coffee Card and the Show Me State Beer Card. Each offer your favorite drinks for just $1 from area shops, bars, and restaurants. With a Zimmer Coffee Card, your morning mocha or afternoon pick-me-up latte is no burden at all. With your Zimmer Coffee Card, your specialty coffees are only $1 from 19 participating area coffee shops. And with the Show Me State Beer Card, you can get 2 beers for just $1 each from 23 area watering holes. Each card is only $20 and on sale now. Grab both at newstalkkzrg.com. Quench your thirst, live your best life, and save money with the Zimmer Coffee Card and the Show Me State Beer Card. Buy yours now for only $20 each at newstalkkzrg.com.
With heating costs continuing to rise, alternate heat sources are a must. No one understands that better than the professionals at Flames in Joplin. Of course, not everyone's in a position to install a wood stove, but Lopez pellet stoves and inserts are an excellent alternative heat source, offering many flexible installation options. Easy, quiet, efficient operation, extremely long burn times, and low maintenance. Lopez pellet stoves are reliable and will keep you warm and toasty all winter long. Lopez is made in the USA and is backed by an amazing 7-year warranty, and Flames offers professional installation and service with interest-free financing too. And Lopez pellet stoves can run on a thermostat, making operation even easier. Or if you have an old drafty fireplace, the Lopez AGP pellet insert can be installed into almost any fireplace and heats up to 2,000 square feet. If you like wood heat but hate the mess, stop by Flames today and take a look at the Lopez pellet stove or pellet insert.
Hi, I'm Shane.
And I'm Brooke.
And we've been playing with fire since 1995.
Stop by Flames at 4601 South Range Line, half mile south of I-44.
My name is Brandy. I am the lead assistant for Team Dental of Joplin, and this is Hadley. She is one of my favorite patients here at Team Dental of Joplin. Hadley, what do you want to be when you grow up?
The answer to that question is a dentist.
What made you decide you want to be a dentist?
Just seeing how they work and how nice and fun it is. They always are introducing new staff members to me and telling them all about how I want to be a dentist when I grow up and how Dr. Loomis is super funny. They like the Chiefs, so probably if you like the Chiefs, you should probably go there.
Absolutely. Hadley is the model patient at Team Dental of Joplin. She always does a great job when we have her in the chair.
I'm Dr. Lemus from Team Dental of Joplin. Welcome to the neighborhood practice for your whole family. Learn more at teamdentalofjoplin.com.
Team Dental of Joplin, the neighborhood practice for your whole family.
News, talk, commentary, and hard truths. All those can be heard when you tune into the Mark Levin Show every weekday from 5 to 8 on News Talk KZRG. Depend on it.
From Studio 1Z, with the latest news, commentary, and weather, it's the KZRG Morning News Watch on News Talk KZRG.
It's going to be a nice, beautiful day. In fact, the whole weekend's going to be great. Lots of sunshine today. The high near 60. Now tonight it's going to be mostly clear with the overnight low down to 26. Tomorrow mostly sunny, high of 56. But listen to this, it's going to warm up on Sunday. Sunny with a high of 66. Monday, we're talking about mostly sunny with a high in the lower 70s. Could be hitting the near 70 or possibly into the 70s again on Tuesday. A little bit cooler on Wednesday with 57, but still well above normal. Right now, lots of sunshine. It is 43 now in Neosho, 45 now in Pittsburgh. It's 42 in Webb City, 42 in Joplin. And it's going to be a great weekend. Enjoy it. What are some things we could do to enjoy it, Ted?
I'm so glad you asked, Steve. KZRG News Time 8:45, BT Dubs. Yeah, some of the fun things that you can do in the Four States community, the Four States area, to enjoy this great weather. In Diamond, the African American Trailblazers program. It's totally free. It's a ranger-led event at the George Washington Carver National Monument in Diamond, Missouri. And basically, it's highlighting the pioneering achievements of African American trailblazers, including, of course, George Washington Carver himself, who described himself as, quote, a blazer of trails, end quote.
Well, I'm glad he blazed around the area.
Yeah. So this is happening tomorrow, February 7th, that's Saturday. It's also happening this Sunday on the 8th at 1 in the afternoon on each day, located at the George Washington Carver National Monument. Try saying that 10 times fast.
Go ahead, dude.
That's okay. I think my head might literally explode. And, of course, it's Black History Month, so that's part of sort of the inspiration for that. But that's happening this weekend. Could be fun.
Now, the Carthage R9 School Foundation Trivia Night is happening tomorrow night, starting at 6 p.m. at the Specialty Risk Insurance location at 10,385 Blackberry Road in Carthage. Now, this popular fundraising event features trivia competition for teams of 6 to 8 people, a $150 entry fee, a best team theme costume contest with a prize, exciting raffles, giveaways. There are also going to be drinks and snacks. Oh, that's my favorite. And participants can pre-purchase mulligans, snacks, and raffle items online for added convenience. And also higher-level sponsors receive special freebies. After setting records for attendance, sponsors and teams last year, spots are expected to fill quickly, so early registration is recommended. For details, and you want to sign up, go to the story inside the KZRG app, and you'll be having to have a link there to click.
Yeah, exactly. Something else that's happening tomorrow in Neosho. The Neosho Arts Council presenting their annual pop culture convention known as ArtCon. That's happening tomorrow morning starting at 10, and it goes all the way until 5. Now, it's come and go as you please. It's like a mini Comic-Con style thing. Just think like farmer's market. It's not like you have to be there at a certain time. It's just any time between 10 and 5. Like I said, happening tomorrow at the Neosho Junior High School. Sarah Serio with the Neosho Arts Council told News Talk KZRG that this year's event will have even more vendors than just last year.
We have Chase Masterson, who is best known for her role as Lita on Star Trek Deep Space Nine. Voice actor Clay Adams, who's worked on animated series like Yu-Gi-Oh! Plus, we have the creative team behind the comic book series The Beauty, which is being adapted into a new live-action series.
So if you like Comic-Con style things, or if your kid or grandkid enjoys stuff like that, or friends or families that you know, it's happening in the O Show. Pretty cool, $5 entry. But there'll be food trucks, there'll be all sorts of stuff.
KZRG News Time now, going on 8:48. The Joplin Public Library going to be hosting an all-ages Black History Fair tomorrow. Starts at 11 in the morning, goes until 12:30 in the afternoon. Everyone is welcome to attend this free community event to connect with others, hear from local members and organizations, and explore Black history culture and also the contributions in Joplin and beyond.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's also some local theater happening this weekend. Leona, Love Thy Neighbor 2 is a play. It's being performed on Sunday, which is February 8th, this Sunday. It's at Stone's Throw Dinner Theater, located in Carthage, Missouri. It's 1 o'clock for the matinee, or 6:30 on Sunday for the evening performance. So that's pretty cool. This is the same production that ran from January 30 through February 1st. So if you've already seen it, same. But if you haven't, some local theater, pretty neat, happening in Carthage.
Wayne the Train Hancock House Concert takes place tomorrow. That's Wayne the Train Hancock House Concert.
That's what I thought you said.
You want me to say it again?
Sure, why not?
Wayne the Train Hancock House Concert takes place tomorrow at the Coda Concert House at 2120 East 24th Street. Now, the retro country and rockabilly artist performs at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, with doors opening at 3:30 p.m. A suggested donation of $35 is requested. Reservations are required by emailing. You can get that email address inside the story at newstalkkzrg.com.
Yeah, and that's in Joplin. A suggested donation? I don't really care for those. I'm going to go Larry David on this one. Either have a door fee or don't. I don't like this whole suggested donation thing. Either charge me or don't. You know?
You're kind of sounding like when they ask for tips at a self-checkout.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, actually, honestly, I prefer self-checkout because I have no problem saying no to a tip at self-checkout. I do have social issues saying no to a tip in person. If I go to a restaurant, if I go and get a hamburger and a human being asks for a tip, I have a hard time saying no, even though I don't want to, because that's ridiculous. Mm-hmm. But with self-checkout, I say no all day long. So, I have zero issue going up against the robots.
So if you buy your food on a kiosk at a restaurant,
zero tip.
Okay.
And
because they'll ask usually.
Oh, I know. And ask me what I say when they ask me to donate.
What do you say when they ask you to donate?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Because, a lot of the times what these companies do with those little round up things, not all of them, but a lot of them, is basically you round up and then you donate. And, oh, look at that, you donated, that's great. Well, then that corporation uses that as a write-off on their taxes, and then they don't really pay anything into the community because they donated. But they didn't. You did. So if you want to donate to a cause, you should donate directly, and then you get the write-off instead of letting the company steal it from you.
That's true.
Just saying. Little freebie advice for you. KZRG News Time, 8:51. By the way, there's even more events. You can check them out at newstalkkzrg.com, or, you can go. We have like 3 articles up right now. There's an article about performances specifically that are happening in the 4 states area at different theaters and music venues and stuff like that. There's an article about classes. If you want to sign up for like a fun little community, like an art class, or there's like a techie class or stuff like that for all sorts of different ages, there's an article for that on newstalkkzrg.com, or for the ones that we just listed for you just now that you heard, there's its own thing on newstalkkzrg.com for you on that as well. So you can go to our website, check it all out. KZRG News Time, 8:52.
KZRG's Big 3 on News Talk KZRG.
Number 3.
Iran seized 2 oil tankers in the Persian Gulf yesterday, claiming they were smuggling 1 million liters of illegal fuel. Iran claims that the vessels were part of an organized fuel smuggling network operating illegally in the region for the past several months.
Number 2.
Bill and Hillary Clinton are set to testify again in front of the House Oversight Committee in relation to their relationship with Epstein. This comes after the powerful couple faced contempt of Congress charges for previously ignoring subpoenas demanding that they testify.
Number 1.
Joplin's new Momentum Bike Park making international news as they were chosen as a location for the 2026 UCI Pump Track Qualifier. Other cities include Sydney, Australia, Valence, France, also Sheffield, England, and of course, Joplin, Missouri.
Now, the KZRG question of the day on News Talk KZRG.
What are your thoughts on the Clintons testifying on Epstein? We want to know. Go to KZRG's Facebook page, News Talk KZRG on Facebook. What are your thoughts on the Clintons? What do you think they're going to say? Do you think it'll be worthwhile, or do you think it's going to be a whole lot of nothing? Leave us an open mic message. You can do that on the KZRG app. Coming up, Chris Plant in less than 10 minutes on News Talk KZRG.
Here is your KZRG forecast. What a mild start.
Hey, thanks for hanging out, everyone. Appreciate it. We'll talk to you Monday.
See you Monday.